This is an emergency broadcast on all YouTube bulletin stations. There is currently a massive emergency. Please panic and run around like your knickers are on fire. Remember to stay tuned to the Gooner channel for further updates. There is currently an emergency. Arsenal have yet to sign any significant players. All the players you want are as yet unsigned. Please behave like children. This is an emergency, emergency. Further broadcasts will be available on the Gooner channel.
Or don't panic. Hello, everyone. Welcome once again. Thursday night. It is, of course, the night that we have a late night lock-in. Although I'm probably not going to be as late as I was on Tuesday night. That was a lot of fun, and thank you for being here with me. We have stuff to talk about. Of course, we do. The temperature in the UK is cooling, but the transfer window is heating up. Yesterday, the uber exciting news that captain of Brentford has made the decision to join Arsenal as we relentlessly march to the title, or at least second place. This was not greeted with the kind of enthusiasm that, look, Arsenal fans right now, we're all a little bit pissed off about everything. And of course, we need a striker. We definitely need a striker. No one's saying we don't need a striker or some forwards. There's lots of talk around players who might be coming, some very exciting ones. So when you go out and sign Kepa Arrizabalaga, that's probably not going to do it for the fan base. If you follow that up with Christian Nordgaard and, all right, look, Zubimendi is a great signing. I think I've definitely warmed to the idea that we're signing Zubimendi. No one's holding up the shirt because everyone's on the beach and they're allowed a bit of a holiday. But I tell you who doesn't get holiday, angry Arsenal fans. And they've just had enough. It's June the 26th. Why haven't we signed anyone? We need players who can get us over the line. We do, however, also need squad players. Even Arsene Wenger's Invincibles had a couple in there that wouldn't have been exciting if you'd signed them. Weren't exciting when we signed them. Not to mention the fact that some of the greatest players in Arsenal history weren't that exciting when we signed them either. But yesterday's news was greeted with more than a bit of massive disappointment, and I did get it. I have to say, though, for the people who are fuming and angry, and I don't really get it. If you look at Nordgaard's stats compared to Thomas Partey's stats last season, they're about identical. And not to mention the fact that actually Nordgaard's stats make him look better than Moses Caicedo, who cost Chelsea 100 million. So picking up a player for 9 million quid, God, I'm old enough to remember when we bought Dennis Bergkamp for 7.5, and that felt like a lot of money. But 9 million quid on the captain of Brentford, 5 years in the Premier League. Sorry, 6 years he's played in the Premier League. It's done really well. Yes, he gets the odd card too many, but I don't think he's going to get a chance to get 8 yellow cards at Arsenal because I don't think he's going to be... He's our third choice. Surely everyone can see that. He's not here necessarily to replace Thomas Partey. You say Zubimendi's here to replace Thomas Partey and Christian Nordgaard's here to replace Jorginho. And I think he can do that. Someone, earlier today I was talking about it. He's not very fast. Yes, he is. He's quite rapid. He's strong. He's rapid. Tell you what, he's not a great pass through the ball. And he's not gonna play a lot of defense splitting passes. But chill out, everyone. Let's have a bit of a summer sunshine. But today, I understand. Christian Nordgaard's not exciting, but is Eberechi Eze the player you want? That's the latest link. Apparently, medical done, personal terms agreed. It's between us or Tottenham, so Eberechi Eze is on the way. I don't know if we are going to sign Eberechi Eze. I have a feeling this is a backup in case we don't get one of the left wingers we want. And I really hope we get Rodrygo. But let's go through it. Kermit's middle finger. The news just in that, in fact, sources close to Kermit's middle finger have announced that ribbit. We hope to bring you more on that story as we get it. You will be the first to hear if there are further developments. Idris Adam, brilliant to see you. Thanks for sticking with us all the way through on Tuesday night. You're an absolute legend. I'm doing really good. Was very tired yesterday. And Miss Melina, Queen of Arsenal. Are you still in Switzerland? Don't let them keep you there. It's an evil place. Nordgaard, Kepa and Zubimendi so far shaping up nicely. Decent squad. Decent little squad. I mean, let's be honest. We want to see Rodrygo. We want to see, some of you want to see Gyökeres. Some of us want to see Benjamin Šeško. Some of us want to see both. Some of us are questioning why Victor Osimhen isn't further down the list of discussion points. But Mr. Tom 28, bloody good to see you, sir. Looking forward to playing usually. Let's see. And Nathan, you beautiful people, right back at you. Fresh Strip Art is here. Nordgaard, Odegaard, right guard. Next up, big up down in all the chat. When he arrives, we play. Wind and fire. Great to see you, mate. What do you wait? We need a striker. Where's your catchphrase? Get on a bloody catchphrase. Oh, yeah, we'll show you a catchphrase. I bloody told you. I said with some two completely left field players coming out of the blue. I bloody told you who are they then? Is that left field? We needed a keeper. It's better than John Garcia for 40 million quid to sit on the bench. I don't want 40 million quid on the bench anywhere. Fresh Apart Flames. Excellent business. I agree with you. Bloody told you. Two left field players. Seems like a bit of squad building. Can't hate it. If I'm honest, I can't hate it. Gilles Grimandi, Remy Gard style. I don't think any of us are expecting Christian Nordgaard to be a regular feature. But if he is, it's because he's come in and done really well. We do still have Marino. I don't think anyone knows what his best position is yet, but obviously 8 is probably going to be Declan Rice. 6 is going to be Zubamendi. Unless, let's talk about it. I know a few of you have been talking about this for a couple of months now. There needs to be a change of formation. 4-3-3, boring crap. Before I forget, this is a phone-in. So if you want to come and have your say, don't have to have your camera on. But my finger will be hovering over the boot button in case you start saying something political, silly nonsense. No silly business. Or you can just watch me go at it and talk to each other in the chat. Flames! I tell you. Excellent business. I thank you. Hey, thank you. Zubamendi, Nordgaard, Kepa. Oh, Mascara. Beg pardon. I haven't talked about this yet. This one comes out of the blue, didn't it? And this completely come out of the blue. I think this was a Fichajes transfer story. I definitely saw Fichajes were involved in the scoop. The scoop. The Rodrygo has put in a transfer request to Xabi Alonso just because he didn't play. Do we believe it? I think this is one of those things, isn't it? If you are going to run a publication that just talks about football transfers, what do you do on days like this? There's nothing to talk about. Do you know what? We've got our own fashion correspondent, haven't we? Do you remember Trini and Susanna? Well, we got Earth Vader. Oi, Razor, put a bloody hat on. You're giving people nightmares. You want some? I bloody do want some. You're buying around the scrumpies, aren't you? Whoa. Keeps finding money down the sofa. We might sign Eze. Do you want him? I really like Eze. And it is one of those ones where Gary was on Tuesday. We talked about it deep into the wee small hours. And I, for one, said, you know what? It would be quite nice to have a player who was a bit creative, a lot of flair. Man, that is Eze. Downsides with Eze is, look, where do you play him? You're not playing him off the left, are you? He doesn't cross the ball. He gives the ball away more than our players. He'll drive Arteta mad with that. Don't know if he'll tackle back enough, if he's on the ball enough. But yeah, he's a good player. I want to hear. So get in the comments and let me know if Eze would make you happy. Because one thing that we can be sure of is that Christian Nordgaard is almost better to not sign anyone. Arsenal fans are amongst the angriest people you could ever. I mean, like, seriously, I saw this. We're gonna watch this for a moment. Look at this. I like Lee Judges. He seems like a sensible bloke. He's about my age, surely. You think he'd grow out of being this angry? Listen to this.
But no, it's all right you to charge us the top prices in everything that's going, whether it be merchandise or season tickets or tickets for games. But then all of our fans saying, that's all right. It's all right. It's a good bit of business, that is. I'm fed up with it, Dan. Go and get the players that are going to get you over the line. We all know that the manager is not that guy, right? We know he is not going to get us over the line because he's had 4 years at doing it, and the best he's got is runner-up, which is fantastic. I'm not criticising that. So you know he is not going to get you over the line, right? So what is going to get you over the line? Stopgap, make that players, or the real deal players? It's time to get the real deal players in when you haven't spent nothing in the last 3 years.
Double negative. You haven't spent nothing. I think he means you haven't spent anything.
That is my beef now.
Right. Well, beef. Thank you for sharing your beef. Get it. I get it. Do you notice how he doesn't say who he does want? And it's still only June. It's only June. Please, can you all stop being so fucking irritated? I can't deal with it. It is just, there's a point you get to. Where are the grown-ups? I want to find something. I ain't going to be me. It can't be me. I can't be the fucking grown-up here. But we might sign Eze. Yes, Ribbit Hawk. Eze on Arsenal's radar. Make it happen, Arsenal. So Fresh Drip has come straight in with he wants to see it happen. Do you play him on the left, or are you thinking of a sort of Odegaard, Eze with Declan Rice and Zubimendi on the bench, or are we playing four? I don't know. I want to know from you. Is it just Eze as a bench player, someone who can come on and Trossard it? He's not exactly a striker. He's a great attacking midfielder. Point I would make is for the same money, and someone's actually written it here. So Rodrygo, Eze, Gyökeres, Zubimendi, Nordgaard, Mosquera, and Kepa. Idris Adam. These are the big sort of talking points at the moment. I think Eze release clause only slightly less than Madrid want for Rodrygo. Yeah, so that's a no-brainer for me. If you've got choice between Rodrygo and Eze, fine. You definitely go for Rodrygo. But also, and I have been banging this drum for a little bit of a while now, I want Xavi Simons, who'd cost you about the same amount as Eze. And before anyone tells me, not that I think you would, that Eze is proven in the Premier League whilst Xavi Simons isn't. Xavi Simons is proven in Liga and he is proven in Holland. He is proven in the Bundesliga. He is only 22 years old. He is one of the standout players in the German, and if Florian Wirtz is worth 130 million, half price for Xavi Simons, got to be worth it. Reminds me of York in Lord of the Rings. I do like lead judges. I'll get in trouble for clipping that because everyone go, we're taking a piss out of him. I am. But come on, man. Do you remember? All right, those of you who are a bit older, my age or Lee Judge's age or older than that even, God help you. Do you remember when men of a certain age just didn't lose their temper? Like the worst you'd ever hear is they go, "You keep your fucking." That was angry. There wasn't any fuming, ranting. There wasn't any of that. There wasn't any toddlers.
This manager.
That kind of thing, it wasn't.
This manager. This board. This fan base. The Cronkies. I want my dummy.
What's happened to everyone? Is this something in the water? If they put sand in the eels, I'm confused by the world I live in. I can't lie. And I'm not talking politics. We're not doing that. But bloody hell, isn't everything a little bit mental now? They're absolutely desperate for material. Start shouting and whinging. It will get us some clicks. But if it gets us the kind of clicks of people who just like watching people shout and angry, and I'll just disappoint them in the end because I just don't get like this. I just don't get angry like this. I mean, the shit will get you angry that, not this. Not June 26th and Arsenal haven't signed the person I can't even think who I want yet. This is, it's become Lee Judge's job, isn't it? I think he talks a lot of sense and he knows his football. There's no question about that. And he's very entertaining to watch. But I can't bear how angry he gets. Is he this angry? Are any of the rest of you this angry? I know one or two of you might be, and I'm not belittling your anger. But I would say is if you're this angry about the fact that Arsenal haven't signed him on June 26th, your life must be rosy. Where is Rosie? Miss Rosie. I hope she's on later. Arsenal's interest in Gerald Hato remains ongoing, but at this stage, any deal would likely depend on the future of Alexander Zinchenko and Jakub Kiwior, plus Ajax's potential asking price. I don't think Ajax ever really go that big on asking price. I don't think any of us want to see Kiwior go, but Zinchenko, I think we've all made our peace with the fact he's going. I still like him. I'm probably fighting that alone. But yeah, no. So I do think there is room to bring Joel Hato in, and he's not that expensive. And he played really well in the game against the England under-21s, even though if it was a defeat. And what a game it was! What a game! Eze will add much to our attack and squad depth. I feel we need a player like that who can actually make a difference. He is a difference maker. His 16 goal contributions last season, which is not terrible. I'm definitely not saying terrible. His assists great. Like 8 assists is really good. But 8 goals. There's reasons to be worried. I mean, if you think he's worse at converting in front of goal than a lot of our players, he's behind Martinelli. Make that make sense. Astute signing in. Lone Star Londoner. Lone Star Londoner. You got your own song now, and I expect you to be quite as wise. I might play a bit of that later. I have got it queued up. It's on a private YouTube. I haven't released it. Perhaps I'll make it. We're definitely going to do the album of Guna tracks. We're building them up now. There's one for Miss Melina as well, by the way. I still have to do a video for it. But hello all, says Miss Melina. And hopefully we'll see you back on the show soon. I do appreciate you're in a foreign country. And Switzerland, do they have reliable internet in Switzerland? Probably made of chocolate. So astute signing in Nordgaard. Where's Sam Greenwood when you need him? Of course, I do know that Nordgaard is in fact Danish. And Danes are... Last Dane we had, was it Johnny Jensen? Or was it... No, of course it wasn't. It was the King... Who was the Cold Scott? Bentner. Nicky Bentner. So he's been joining a long, illustrious history. Maybe that's why he's come. He's going, you are the club of... Actually, I'm being silly now. He's got a brilliant English accent. Danes typically do. But Simmons over Eze all day long, twice on Sundays, 100%. Hey, Miss Molina. I don't know what I'm reading now. You can see it. Something's made Hawkwind giggle. Hopefully it's me. Talking of beef, I had a bloody lovely steak for tea. I think my cooking better than Rosie, but don't tell her. She'll say you want some, lol. Yeah, she hasn't done a cooking video in a while, has she? You should do a video of it. Did you cook it on your tractor? How are your feet? Hope you're feeling better, mate. So, the judge gets angrier than a one-legged waitress at IHOP. Geeks of Muckleby, bloody good to see you. Hello, chat. I think Arsenal have been very astute. I think reaction to these signings is purely for content on the algorithm. Right, well, then I'll have a rant then. Do we want more people here? It's a disgrace. Something is a disgrace. God, the numbers are shooting up. Shit, sorry, go away. Sorry, I was only joking. It's a calm environment. I don't really want to hear. Peachy, mate, just peachy. All right, BM's here. Is there any reason Liverpool and Man City, our main rivals, can get their business done early and we can't? Is there any advantage in us getting our business done early? What if I told you that by waiting, we drive the price down? What do you want them to do? Like, what is it? Like, for a start, Man City are at... They've had to get their business done early because they're in a tournament. World Club Cup. Anyone watching it? They battered Man City. Hopefully that sounds a death knell for any idiots out there that still want us to sign Dujan Vlahovic. Mate. Anonymous. Eze would play better in our team for sure, but I really want Xavi Simons. We got to start this for every player now. Xavi Simons. Cowboy Cockney wisdom is the best. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Jaxia Marish, I'm really excited to hear Eze news. I would pick him over Rodrygo. Would you really? Over Rodrygo? Premiership prove it? Come on. Over Rodrygo. Look at this, though. I am worried. You know, I did a bit of a... I'm going to do another rant and see if it really works. It's not good enough! This... something... Why haven't we signed Diego Hernandez Maradona? That's what I want to know. But Jackson, sorry to interrupt as I was reading yours. Premier League proven and a decent player. As for striker, please, Berta, get me Gyökeres. Lobe from Uganda. I don't know, man. The Gyökeres thing is going to divide us forever, I think. There's some of us who just don't see it. But if we get him and he puts a shirt on, I'll be properly behind him. Of course I will. Now, Boyten Dio, always I haven't read it yet, but I know it's going to make sense. It's going to talk a lot of sense what Boyten Dio does. I'm probably unimpressed with the signing so far. They take us backwards, if you ask me, assuming we've even signed Kepa and Nordgaard yet. I don't know. When you say take us backwards, you're wrong. You are just wrong, because like Kepa Arrizabalaga is a better keeper than Neto. So that's an advance. And Christian Nordgaard, for me, is better than Jorginho. So why don't they take us backwards? I don't think you always... It feels like Arsenal fans want every signing to be the marquee landmark signing. It's like playing FIFA. I think Hato, if we get him and Zubamendi are outstanding, they'll prove to be immense. Kepa and Nordgaard are just great value. They are really good value, aren't they? 14 million quid for a captain of a Premier League side. People always bang on about how good Brentford are. And the world's most expensive goalkeeper. It's not bad. I don't know why everyone's so upset. But I think some people I think it's tension, anxiety. Let's have a therapy session. Forget about who we want, but if you were to put a bet on what strikers you think we'll end up with, yeah, BM, great question, lovely to see you, mate. I don't know, honestly, don't know. I flip flopped on this. There's so much news, isn't there? Gun to my head, who do I think we'll end up with? I still think it's Šeško, but I was a lot more confident. I did a done and dusted. I did a done and dusted on. Maybe I should remind you all. I did a done and dusted on Gyökeres about 4 weeks ago, because I thought it was so definite. And then I went into it and I was like, no, do you know what? I actually want Šeško. So if I'm manifesting who I really want, it's Šeško. Let's get in the comments. Who do you want? Just say Gyökeres or Šeško, or actually say Osimhen, because if it was down to real first choice, it probably would be Osimhen. Nordgaard is not better than Jorginho. Yeah, he is. No, he definitely is. Absolutely is. Maybe not Jorginho in his prime, but Jorginho now, yeah, absolutely. Not every signing can be sexy, but if you know football, you know Nordgaard is proper astute signing. I think he's really good. I don't know why people are so against him. I mean, look, let's just do a compare, right? Both he and Thomas Partey played about 2,800 minutes. Tom Partey got 4 goals. Nordgaard got 5. In terms of assists, Nordgaard got 4. Thomas Partey got 2. I know they're not in here for that, but the accuracy of the passing, Partey is a better passer, does pass more, but he's less accurate on long balls. Neither of them cross, but Nordgaard is a lot better at crossing. They both tackle about 2.5 times a game, but Nordgaard will win the ball more often by 50%, 5.7 plus 3.9. Errors leading to goals and shots, no, neither of them dribble. Thomas Partey does win more ground duels, 4.1 to 3.3. But Nordgaard wins far more aerial duels, and they're the same height. One other thing is that Nordgaard is on about 20% of Thomas Partey's wages. Can you be that angry about it? Kepa and Nordgaard are experienced. We need squad depth. It's just depth of squad. It's just like cup games, and ultimately you've got to figure that Zubamendi is going to be playing. Hey, finally some good news. Eze is all right. We don't need that scrub Nordgaard. I know. You were the one who came on and said he was slow. He's not slow. I mean, he's not great. He's not like. But then look how much money Calvin Phillips cost Man City trying to fix that problem in the defensive midfield position. I think 9 million's a steal. It's a deal. It's a say the bloody century. Nordgaard. What can I say about Nordgaard, Razor? Say you love him. Say. That aside, we never needed to sign Nordgaard even with Partey leaving. Yeah, we did. Boyten Dio. Of course we did. I know we've got Miles Lewis-Skelly, if that's what you're going to say. We can put him in there, but then we need a left back. there's nothing wrong with having a functional, player who knows. I mean, it's fucking £9 million. £9 million. Why is everyone getting so hot and bothered about it? When you get the keys to the sweet shop, you don't just eat the Maltesers. Why do I like that comment so much? Yes, you don't just eat the Maltesers, exactly. In fact, they're not my first choice anyway, something caramel. But yes, I think I get the tuck shop wisdom. The tuck shop philosopher is here. But yeah, I think, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but you're saying like you don't just need to buy the big players. I mean, Arsenal history is littered with players that weren't. Eddie wasn't like the big standout player, you know. There are lots of players that come in. I mean, under George Graham, we had Ian Selly, we had a few, didn't we? Just never exciting. Nordgaard, anyone? Nordgaard. Sheshko. Geeks has put his hat in the ring for Sheshko. Ishak. All right, Ishak. 150 million, huh? Yokeres says, I love it. So we've got one of each so far. Did anyone else see Team Ears and Ticks broke a story? What was that? Like, I'm talking about time. Was he one that broke the Eze story? Or anyway, but there's some really interesting shit going on at the moment if you just listen to gossip. Osman and Jonathan David on free, and I'm not greedy, Razy. You wouldn't get Osman on a free, I know that. Not even Jorginho now. Oh, well, we'll see what unfolds this season. How can you think that? How can you think that? I mean, first of all, no, I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just going to have a quick butchers at the old stats for... I know he didn't play much before anyone comes out and says, oh, he didn't play very much. But Jorginho is not... I like Jorginho. I thought it was really reminiscent to me of when I started this channel and everyone was going on about how Jorginho was a shit signing. Why are we buying? Chelsea rejects. And I just thought, you know what? Honestly, I really like him. I don't hate him. He's a good... And yeah, game where we beat Liverpool 3-1, he was instrumental in that. He's played his part in the last couple of years and it's a shame he didn't win silverware with us. But we're in his heart. Herbert talking waffle. He's waffling versatile. Razor, Lone Star is one of my biggest fans. Just thought I'd put it in this chat. That is waffle. I'm waiting for but you didn't want Nordgaard last week. He's rubbish, absolute disgraceful. What's the aim of Elite Sport? What is the aim of Elite Sport? The aim of Elite Sport is... The aim of Elite Sport is winning things. That's what they tell you. Shit, here we go again. Don't get so despondent. It's supposed to be fun, by the way. Hostelry for the hopeful. So if everything went to plan, it will be Raya, Timber. I don't know, actually. It's a really good point. Start even up Timber at right back or Ben White. We had this discussion last week. I'm still not sure. But definitely Timber, I think, is in the right back position for White to win it back. Saliba and Gabriel absolutely bolted on. Miles Lewis-Skelly just signed a new contract. Love him. But I don't think I see where you're going with this. Still, yeah, no, Miles Lewis-Skelly will be left back. Rice, Zubamendi, one way or the other. Probably Zubamendi is a 6, Rice is the 8. Odegaard. Sort of a centre attacking midfielder, and he sort of is. Saka, Rodrygo, and Sheshko. BM, I love that. I would be happy with that. Yes, you've kind of... But I would like Xavi Simons just on the... I'd like some good bench players that we can... I'd like to have another striker as well, let's be honest. It doesn't have to be Gyökeres and Sheshko that we sign. I would quite like it if we did, but a young up-and-coming striker, like someone like a Marcus Leonardo. I tell you what, Kenan Yildiz. That's who I want instead of Rodrygo. Not happening. Mod Bose, if you ever watched him, because clearly... Oh, come on. You don't know he hasn't watched him. He's always played very well against us. He's an international and a captain too. He has played well against us. I hate to say it. He comes in blocks. Yeah, he's played well against us. But I haven't seen that. Look, Nathan, in fairness, I haven't seen that much of... He's not like a player that you tune in to watch, is it? I didn't watch as much Brentford last season as I have other seasons. I like him. I do like him. It's as simple as that. No chance we get both Sesko and Rodrygo. You don't know that. You don't know that. You're just guessing. Mobbo is a very good piece of business to replace Georgie, 100%. I agree, man. Well, I just said it, so I must do. Ray Parler, club legend, academy product. What would the reaction be if we signed him nowadays? What, Romfordinho? Oh, mate. I'll tell you what the reaction was at the time. Like, he was just because he was an academy product. But, God, the other players loved him. Sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes we as fans don't know. We just don't know as much as the players on the pitch. You know, it's always interesting to see who they pick as the best player they've ever played with. Ray Parler, Ray Parler. I loved him. Really came into his own under Wenger. So he's barring it out, see? The Romford Pele, exactly. Nathan, I'm okay with Eze and Mosquera. Nordgaard, not so much. Slow and reckless. We need better. Reckless, yeah, he does pick up his yellow cards. But he's got a little bit of something about him, hasn't he? One of the things I mentioned in the video, I hope some of you watched it. I know some of you watched it or comments. But a video I did about Nordgaard last night, I'm up till all hours for you guys, putting my thoughts together so that you can watch them. But I like the fact he's got a bit of Needle in him. I like the fact that he's got a little bit of Anthony Herbert in him. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you touched his sandwiches, you'd have to go to casualty, that sort of thing. If you go anywhere near my steak and pickle sandwich again, I shall do for you. L'African Gunnar says he called the Timber transfer before Fabrizio. Oh, man, that's what people live for these days, isn't it? It's his claim to fame. He's now adamant that we are getting Šeško because his wag and barber moved to London. Shut up, really? Because his barber moved to London. Imagine that. Well, he's got like one client, I suppose. Why not? Like, how much does he pay to have his haircut? How much does he pay to have his haircut? Fucking hell, he's like, he has his own barber. I mean, like, one client, that doesn't make sense. Sorry, I'm not having that. But you just fly over, wouldn't? I mean, even then, like, that's a bit silly. I mean, what's he charging? What's he charging per haircut? Let's say it's 500 quid. He's going to get a haircut twice a week. Try living in London, mate. Shook Ray's hand at Chelmsford train station a few years back and had a couple of sorts with him, but he did. He is in, I loved his autobiography, by the way, Ray Parler. Nowhere near as good as Perry Groves' autobiography. Got to get on that if you haven't read that. He's number one is Perry Groves. Miss Molina, that's what I mean. Get out of Europe, get back home so you can come on one of these casts. I miss you. Šeško, I like your answers. Mobbos and you, my friend, need a new... No. Oh, the boss is here. This is like... Oh, before I read it, like, I'm going to guess it's something really reductive, really boring, and really something that Lee Gunner said 4 months ago. Let's have a look. A few of the chat just want to finger blast Arteta. There we go. That's the boss we've all come to avoid. Fucking hell. Like, boss, can you just confirm or deny? Are you 15? Are you 15? My guess is I'm probably pitching that a little high. I don't think you're even 15 yet, are you? And I don't think this is the place for you. It's all grown-ups here, and if you were standing around us lot in an actual pub, you'd you wouldn't last 5 seconds. You know it. Šeško is like Tesco, and I still haven't got a bloody club card. Don't need one. You're minted. You're a builder. Bosh. Put it up my ass. What are your thoughts on Zurich under 15 boys beating Switzerland's women's national team 7-1? Equal pay. Equal pay is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard when it applies to football. Like, there isn't like it's not a sugar daddy that pays for if 15 million people watch your game, you make more money than if 150,000 watch it. I'm not opposed to the idea that one day as many people will watch women's football as they do men's. But in sports where there is far more female participation, like tennis, that still hasn't happened. There's still twice as many people watch the men's game. I think it's actually 3 times more. I don't. I watch the women's game. I prefer the women's game. And that might be true going forward for football. I don't know. I haven't watched enough. Bum! Idrissa, damn. Nico Williams or Eze? Boom! I would go for Eze. Good question. Mosquera is all right. Listen, I don't know anything about Mosquera. I can't lie. Boxed, fresh, limited. Ray Parlour was a clutch player. Ray Parlour, right? Come on, man. For that moment in the cup final, it's only Ray Parlour. It's only Ray Parlour. Ray Parlour is responsible for my favourite moment at an Arsenal football match at Highbury. He scored against Valencia. And I was in the upper tier of the North Bank. Treated myself. Been doing quite well at the time. And I honestly thought that the North Bank was going to collapse. It was bouncing so hard. It was brilliant. Ray Parlour, man. Who are Ray Parlour? Trossard trying to play that role these days. Yes, Trossard's time's coming, I think. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm surprised there's not much more talk about him leaving. Do we want him next season? I'm praying it falls through and we get Partey back. I'm not. I get it. You don't like... we don't... Listen, Mob. Imagine for a second that Thomas Partey stays. Are you guessing that he's going to be fit the entire season? That'd be daft. L'Africain Guna is dead serious about Šeško signing for us because his barber moved to London. That is so Arsenal, isn't it? Behave. His barber's moved to London. Have any of you... does that happen? Do barbers move with you? What's he getting in his haircut? How often does he get his haircut? Yeah, don't touch my bloody sandwich. I'll bloody have you. Yeah, it happens all the time on site, though, doesn't it? Do you make your own sandwiches? Earth Vader. He was on the stream just now ago talking about it, running through his logic, was telling it to a very sceptical panel too, so he certainly believes it. I hope he's right. Šeško is signing. I hope so too. I really do. Herbert couldn't build a sandcastle. Yes, he bloody could. It's not an ability that dictates equal pay. It's how big the crowd. Exactly. No one ever does this in business. No one ever goes, hang on, I've got a burger shop. Why don't I earn as much as McDonald's? They've sold 10 billion burgers. Yeah, well, it's not fair. Argue with a free market. You can't argue equality with a free market. How comes I'm not making the money Lee Gunner's making? Hey? It's not fair. Equal pay. Why should I have to sniff glue just to make money? Anyway, women's football is more graceful than men's football at its best moments. I haven't seen enough of it. I believe that, though. And also, when I did watch the Euros, England, do you know what? Yeah, there's pros and cons. I still watch men's football. It's what I grew up with. But I watched the Champions League final and bloody loved it. Wow, just because I don't think Nordgaard is good enough. Yeah, listen, anyone who gives you a hard time for that is a douchebag, really. Come on. Because you're allowed to have your opinion, Mob. You are absolutely entitled to it. I can't. You know what? You could be right, you could be wrong. Do me a favour, though. Once he puts a shirt on, leave him alone. I don't just get behind him if he's got a shirt on. That's all we ask for. Don't worry, Mobbos. I don't rate this Nordgaard. A lot of you don't. It's absolutely, absolutely fine not to like Nordgaard. I don't think he's going to play that much, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not like, imagine if he's our starting player. Why have we signed Zubimendi? What's Declan Rice going to be doing? We've got Marino. I don't know. Just not. Raya, Kepa, MLS Timber, Hato Saliba, Gabriel Calafiori, Lucy. It sounds like a song, doesn't it? Yeah, Calafiori, Lucien, Agume, that went quiet really quickly, didn't it? Rice, Subi, Odegaard, Marino, and Havertz, Max Stallman's only 15. Deluded Guna! You're my favourite, literally my favourite content creator. Hit the likes. If he says do it, fucking do it. Literally, I have to say, out of all of the content creators, I like Deluded Guna is right up there. Would you take Jack Whitehall at Arsenal? What? What's that? What the fuck's that? How do I not know who Jack Whitehall is? I have no idea who Jack Whitehall is. One of the smart people tell me. Mobbo's not happening, chap. He wants 200 grand. Nordgaard 40 grand. I don't know what Nordgaard's getting, but it ain't 200 grand a week. And I don't mind being a bit tight. Like Thomas Partey is gonna. Yeah, Thomas Partey versus Nordgaard. Tell you what, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the one thing I don't want to happen in this chat or anywhere across the Arsenal fan base is that we start rowing about Nordgaard versus Partey. Because we've been trying to do the Partey deal for a long time. It didn't happen. They didn't want to pay him for 2 years. No one thinks he's going to be fit for 2 years anyway. And then you sit there with a player out injured that you can't sell, and then you give him 2 years and he's 34 years old, and then you let him go anyway for free. The only difference is you're 20-something million down on the deal. Stupidness. Foolishness. It's becoming a real thing that barbers follow footballs through their career. Do you know what? Then I have no sympathy for these footballers who end up broke at the end. Because seriously, if you're a barber, to move country for one client, you've got to be looking at, it's got to be 40 grand, isn't it? So you've got to be doing 800 quid's worth of haircuts. If you're spending listen, I get millionaires spend millionaire money. But if you're spending 40 grand a year, which presumably then you have to stick another 20% tax on, that's 50, 60 grand a year on your haircuts, when you could get them done, for 10 a week. Spend that. And don't act surprised. I know you're not surprised. This is foolish, isn't it? Then they get to 50 and they're like, I don't know what happened to all my money. It's like, well, your barber's driving a Bentley, you donut. Some barbers follow rappers. Rappers, movie stars, fair enough. But follow a few of them. Don't follow one of them. Geeks of Muckable. Yeah, it's known. We know Barry the barber goes to everywhere. Sheshko goes, no fake news whatsoever. Do you remember last year where it was the car dealer going, oh, your clients are German, he's coming over, and we just believe any old shit. It's that season, isn't it? Like, come on. You all know I'm right. I haven't watched any I haven't watched any YouTube. I've watched the people I like. Canon Podcast, Deluded Gooner, got to check him out. Obviously, I watch Friends. I watched Gary's Don't Waste a Trip, The Road Show. I watched it in the bath. Oversharing. Mobbo's also Partey was bringing so much negativity around him up and down the country. His songs, I'm not doing that. I'm not touching that subject. Just not doing that subject. Not doing it. Libel, slander. Don't want to do it. I hope it's not true. I have no idea. Sorry, my phone is having a moment. Hope to catch up with you on the stream soon. Yes, you bloody well better. Always good to have you on it. Idris, the actor. What's good, Deluded? If he says do it, fucking do it. Yeah. Fresh drip art. AJ's here. Vex. AJ. Dan, man, big up your bad stuff. Massive elevations to you too. I like Partey, but I'd happily swap him out for Nordgaard. I hate Sam Greenwood here. Sam's my resident Norwegian Danish expert. I know it's different, but it's close enough, isn't it? I'd also say I think Nordgaard is more than Georgie replacement than Partey. And anyone saying Partey is better than Zubimendi clearly hasn't watched Zubimendi before. You know what? I haven't watched a lot of Zubimendi. But what I've seen of him, I've really liked. It's one of those things. It's like Nordgaard. It's like what I was trying to say a moment ago. When you watch Brentford and you see Nordgaard, he's not the player that catches your eye. He is a bit of a lump. He's a little ungainly. Doesn't necessarily. He's not. Oh, we have to sign him. Quality, is he? It just isn't. But I don't think Jorginho was ever that for me either. Except when he was taking penalties. Dan, man, massive elevations. Dan, still need a striker? Yes, we still need a striker. Dear 49 of still needing a striker. Dear 422 of still needing a striker. We badly need a striker now. Striker. Like, please, go and get us a striker. Andrea Berta, he signed more than a striker a season in the last 12 years. Can you imagine we bring him in to much fanfare? Great applause, and he doesn't bring us a striker. Can't be Arteta's fault all the time, can it? No, we're getting a striker. I think we've none of us agreed on who it should be. Want to hear from you if you haven't said who you think it should be yet. I'm comfortable if it's Sheshko. I'd support. Listen, whoever they are, when they put the shirt on, I'll support them. I was really unhappy with the Kai Havertz signing. I've done a 180 on Kai Havertz. I really like him now. But honestly, Gyökeres, I feel like he is he's enthusiastic. He's got, he traps the ball as far as I can kick it, as far as I can tell. But no, listen, I'm being harsh. If he puts the shirt on, I will support him. And please, if you could all do the same. And if you could all get on with each other, that would be lovely. I would take Watkins. Would you take Watkins rather? Bench player, squad player. No, I don't know. Anyone here want Watkins? Taxi for Watkins. Did you see Arsenal might sign Šeško and Gyökeres? Lone Star Londoner. Should have a little bit of... I have to pour myself a drink, guys. Nope. Fresh drip straight in with nope. Schnitzel, nope. No thanks to Watkins. You lot are harsh, man. You lot are properly harsh. Why? He's a gooner. He is a gooner. So, other news. 9. 9? We're looking for number 9. Yes, 100%. Nathan's on the 100%. Interesting. Would you take João Pedro from Brighton? I wouldn't. I would have done the start of this last season, but no, not for me. Ne for me. I'm happy to be... No, not for me. Arsenal have approached the £85 million midfielder. Don't you just love clickbait? Thomas Partey's looming exit. Made 50 appearances for Arsenal last term. Blah, 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 blah. Who is this? Arsenal approached Corinthians. Oh, here's a new one. I haven't seen this one yet. Bruno Biden. The 20-year-old isn't a traditional defensive anchor like Nordgaard, but we don't need one, do we? I think if we're buying a midfielder, come on, guys. We all agree on this one, don't we? I know it's hard to get Arsenal fans to agree on stuff, but we're not short of defensive midfielders, are we? We want we need Xavi Simons. Let me know. Xavi Simons, yay or nay? Lee Gunner's a gooner. I fucking hate that dehydrated horse. He's not a gooner. Oh, mate, these barbers charge 10k. What? Shut up. Shut up. No charge. 10,000 quid for a haircut. What? Like, I'm so genuinely floored. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that at all.
This is an emergency broadcast on all YouTube bulletin stations. There is currently a massive emergency. Please panic and run around like your knickers are on fire. Remember to stay tuned to the Gooner channel for further updates. There is currently an emergency. Arsenal have yet to sign any significant players. All the players you want are as yet unsigned. Please behave like children. This is an emergency, emergency. Further broadcasts will be available on the Gooner channel.
Don't really panic. I had to get myself a drink. Because Boytendio is trying to convince me that some barbers charge 10,000 US per cut. Bloody hell. I probably haven't spent that in my entire life. And don't bother writing, it looks like it. I've got hats. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather spend 10 grand on hats. Fucking ridiculous, isn't it? That's ridiculous. Breaking news. Barbers earn more. Breaking news. Barbers earning more than neurosurgeons. Razor just thought I'll pop in it. I love it when you go into Mark Zuckerberg's basement. I just came out of the toilets in the Adam's Arms and the condom machine not working. Can we get Sam Greenwood? Sam Greenwood's on strike, mate. You've upset him. I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen him in time. I think he's taking the summer off. Xavi Simons, yeah, go on then. I really, 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 really like Xavi Simons. It's serious out there. It's 10 grand a cut. Imagine, you better... I'm not tipping a barber. Imagine that. It's 10 grand a cut and I put 5 on it now. You have that for yourself. Fucking hell. There's a barber in Hackney in Stoke Newington, Turkish place. Went in there. They got a vibrating chair, hot towels, and give you a shave. They clean your ears out. The flames everywhere. That was like 25 quid. Can't see how it's 400 times better. 4,000. That's ridiculous, mate. Oh, sure, he's a gunner, not a gooner. My bad, Danny boy. Fresh mate, you are an absolute savage dehydrated. Thanks, Nathan. 10 to 20 grand per cut. You're not having it. I'm not believing you. They retain the same clientele list and grow. Yeah, fucking, you'd have to, wouldn't you? How many people spend 10 grand on a haircut? Why? Women don't even spend that, do they? That can't be right. Boy, 10, you've been reading. You've been... No. Anyway, that's how you know. Today's unofficial unsponsor is coffee. I need a cigar. I haven't had a cigar in years. I need a cigar. Oh, Rosie, Fandabby, Rosie. I'll keep it down. Really ill, just popping my head in. Make sure you're pressing the like button or something. Oh, bless you, Rosie. Thank you. Hope you're feeling better really, really soon. And it's not the same without you. The boys run amok. But can we all please send all the healing, loving vibes to Fandabby Rosie? Absolute legend here. Rosie, I see you. Oh, no, what was it? The avocado. Oh, Rosie, you superstar. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mwah. Emergency meeting, breaking news. Andrea Berti going to sign Morata in the last day of the window. Goosebumps, joking. Get a bloody striker in. I think we will, Lol, a neurosurgeon. True though, isn't it? Like neurosurgeon, 10 grand a cut. Like if you do an operation on someone's brain, you don't earn 10 grand on it. Is it the aftershave? If a neurosurgeon lathered you with aftershave at the end, would he be worth 10 grand? Rosie, what do you think while you are here? I know I don't want to keep you longer. I know you're not feeling great. COVID. I hope it isn't COVID. But £10,000 for a haircut. Not me, obviously. Although, do you know what? Not me. I do my own. Fucking, that's how tight I am. So Sheshko, I'd have a word with him. Dan, go and use Rosie Super Chat for a hired barber now. Can you use Rosie Super Chat for hired? Mate, that's more than I spend on my haircuts, and I know you know. I'm good, thanks. Imagine every Friday before a match, Sesko's barber gives him a trim, charges 5 grand per something. Sesko will be getting paid 100 grand a week at least. Everyone gets paid. No, I'm not. Listen, on that, by the way, I'm not paying 5% of my salary to a barber. I mean, what kind of a world are we living in? If you can, London, there's loads of places to get a £5 haircut. Only a proper plum would pay 10 grand for his barnet cut. I agree with you, Lone Star. Cowboys, how do cowboys do it? They just how do cowboys cut their hair? Do they cut each other's hair? Do they wait till they get into town? They all have that nice long hair. I'm getting too into hair now. It's real, bro. Drink to it. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely bloody ridiculous. He's cutting Ashton Hall. A fresh trim for 26 grand. Footballers moving mad. It's not, they're going to be skint. They're going to be skint. Looking back one day and going, and having to go, I can't afford 10 grand for a haircut. What's that fucking chair spin? 10 grand a cut. Nonsense. Did you show the barber a pic of Frankenstein when you asked for that, Bob? Listen, I do my own hair. Rosie's shocked. Why do you think I always wear hats? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I always wear. Just a bit. I thought I'd get away with it today. No, not gotten away with it at all. Not gotten away with it. Rosie, no. Rosie and wee ears, like the Trini and Susanna of my channel. You are what you wear. You are your hair. Rosie, heal well, Rosie. Get well soon. I think we all want you to feel better really soon. Hopefully weekend. When Sheshko's earning 250 quid, his barber will getting 20 quid a cut. Why? You can still pay like 500 quid for a haircut. You don't have to spend 20 times what idiot. I mean, David Beckham, I know for a fact, used to pay 500 quid for a haircut. Because I had a guy worked with a colleague at work, used to get his haircut for about the same amount. He used to pay 500 quid. I shit you not. He had a one all over. He come in the one time, and it was around when David Beckham was one all over. And he went, yeah, it's the same guy does Beckham. I was like, right. But you've got one all over, mate. I could have done that for you. He goes, no. You don't understand. He cuts each hair individually. Just looked at him like, what sort of a wally are you? Of course, everybody cuts each hair individually. It's not like you got one sticking out, you donut. Cut the hair for 500 quid, and I thought he was mad. 10,000, 20 times that. Do me a favour. Mind you, that was in 2002, so I didn't have avocados. It'd be so much worse if I'd eaten one. Do you know what? They are a superfood. They are a superfood. Did you like? Oh yeah, I meant to do a video for Campachuchu. I've done a song for Train Guy for you, Rosie. Oh, you've seen it? I forgot I'd shown it. I think Micah had a barber who travels with him, and it's in thousands. We were saying this because apparently Benjamin Sheshko's barber. The news is he's definitely coming to London because his barber and his girlfriend are coming with him. Girlfriend, yeah, definitely, man. But barber? Is he going to live in his house? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? That's a sitcom. Sheshko. Fucking hell. Couldn't his missus do it? Also, when you look at these, it's not like complicated haircuts either, is it? If I'm keeping Sheshko looking TV fresh, I expect good money. It's not just a cut. You're probably getting facial. Fucking get a facial too. Boy Tendio. Are you telling me that if you were earning 100, 200, 300 grand a week, that you would be paying 10 grand for a haircut? Nah, come on. I'm not getting too into this, am I? 10,000 for a haircut? Sack back and crack for 300 quid. That was bad enough. Did you really? Earth Vader. I just had this image. You bloody owl. Ow, you bugger. Did you really? Sack back and crack for 300 quid. That's something I'm not going anywhere near. All the agony. How could you want that? Why would you want that? What were you going on telly? What? Tell me more about that story. And I'm not in a. Anders is here. Hello, sir. Great to see you, Anders. How do you feel about the recent signings? Near Rodrygo. Would you take Isak at Arsenal? Come on, you're recycling some of those questions, Idris. And ladies, fresh drip. 29 was for other services for years. 209. Like, just honest to God, no. I've never been to a spa. What's the options? Oh. Love the randomness. Log in for Arsenal chat. First time I hear. What do Cowboys do for haircuts? Galvo's here. Mate, it's the news that it is related to football. Sheshko's coming to Arsenal. We know this for a fact because he's bringing his girlfriend and his barber. Boy Tendio's been telling me that he pays 10 grand. Not Boy Tendio. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you spend 10 grand on a haircut as well. But apparently Sheshko pays 10 grand every time he has his barnet cut. Are you mad? I don't care how much money you earn. Don't pay 10 grand on a barnet. There's a spa in Soho with great options. I bet you do 10 grand in there. I mean, unless his barber's a sort. Oh, I'm going off track. So Ribbit Rosie. I feel like we're here at the birth of Kermit Middlefinger's vocabulary. I'm seeing all kinds of different words, but more on the Ribbit Rosie as it comes in. Well, I don't get other services. You don't want them if you just had a sack back and crack. It could be worse. You could be wearing that crop vest. I do. Do you know what? No joking. When I start a show, I always think, I wonder what Rosie and Wee Ears are going to say about my get up now. As you can see, I need a stylist. Maybe one of these guys will do it for 10 grand a pop. Superfood avocado. Galvo, hope you're well. Alexis Sanchez used to get his Barnet cut in Mill Hill, 100 quid and mostly a tip. That's about right. I think if you're a footballer, you can go 100, 200 quid and everyone's happy. Do you know what I mean? End of the day, they've got a lot of money. I get it. I get that they got a lot of money, but that doesn't make any sense. It's like going into a kebab shop and going, "Can I don a kebab, please? Here's 10 grand. I've got a lot of money." I need to hang around with more footballers. We need to get Sheshko on here, man. That's got to be bothered now. Oh my God, Cameron's middle finger said something wasn't ribbit. What the hell is going on? I love it. Are you Drip? No, I'm Drip. Who would be that who is not? Who's Drip? I'm above you. He's sitting above you. I would cut my own hair. I'm not paying someone for that, but these footballers and people with excess cash, they do these things. Yes, but not all of them actually. God, I bought a billionaire dinner once, believe it or not. Tight bastard. I was thinking maybe different accounts. There's only one fresh. Adam, hope you're well. Never ask a barber whether you need a haircut. My barber, I had the best barber of all time, Den in South London. He was a Millwall fan. Bloody brilliant bloke. I hope he's still going. I doubt it. He used to have a wig, bright sort of cherry-coloured wig. His actual hair around here was a gap all the way around it. Greek Cypriot guy. And I was sat in he had the dirtiest, mankiest barber shop. It's just off the Jamaica Road in southeast London. And he was hot in there, man. And he'd have the door open and you couldn't hold the door open. And all I said to him is, "You want to get one of them rubber door stops, that keeps the door open?" He went, "Oh, that's right. You want yuppie touches, you pay bloody yuppie prices, isn't it?" Because it was £5 a haircut. But I used to travel from North London to South East London because I loved them so much. "You want yuppie touches, you pay yuppie prices." I loved them. Proper Millwall fan as well. One time we were in there and he got raided by the police and he was just waving his cutthroat at him. "What the bloody hell do you want? I pay my taxes." The filthiest mouth as well. And he used to have all the gentlemen's magazines. It used to be funny, like people would come in and bring their kids. I don't know why. He was a famous guy down there. But they'd bring their kids in and the kids would idly pick up the Beano and underneath it'd be some absolute grot magazine. I loved him. If Arsenal would sign a fucking player, we wouldn't be talking cowboy haircuts. True that. I'll give you that. If I paid 10 grand for a haircut, just shoot me there. Hopefully it wouldn't be Gyökeres taking a shot because he'd miss. Anyway, back to football. I knew you was a Rosie. I salute you, Rosie. Legend Rosie. Would you take João Gomez at Arsenal? I wouldn't. Paying 10 grand for a haircut isn't the maddest thing about Dio. He doesn't like crisps and talks about banana on. I think we're all right. I think we could. Jerry Morland turns 24 today. I thought it was yesterday. Shut up. You said yesterday. You said you went 24 yesterday. We all wished you happy birthday on Tuesday, but happy birthday again. Happy birthday. That's as much as I can do on that song without getting a copyright strike. I'm convinced Dio is trying to convince someone else. There's a haircut, 10 grand going to get him to watch a clip claiming. Drastic Plastic, good evening. Indeed, Lone Star. That's daft. I'm AI. I'm I. Weirdly, when I see or hear stories of footballers being paid big time, it makes me think I'd run a mile from them. Seems like United had a dressing room full of them at one point. Yeah, it depends if you're a barber or not, doesn't it? He's not the full ticket. Thanks, Rosie. Legends are us. Idris Adam, would you take Gordon at Arsenal? No. The Gopher, Gordon the Gopher. I didn't. No one remembers Gordon the Gopher, do they? He's a puppet. Happy birthday, Jerry. I think he's having us on. I think it was his birthday yesterday. Jerry, don't lie, mate. It didn't become you. That barber impression is identical to Christos Stegoglu. I don't know Den's surname, but he was Chelsea, and God, he hated Tottenham more than me. He was proper Chelsea fan. Very, very colourful language as well. Den, you want yuppie touches, you pay yuppie prices. Honestly, he used to get all sorts in there. It was a proper Southeast London, den of iniquity, and I loved it. What should we talk about now? Because I can't keep talking about haircuts. I'm not equipped to talk about haircuts. What's the next thing on the agenda? Let's have a look. Let's see where the news is taking us. News from other clubs. I realised, I was thinking about this the other day. I don't talk about other clubs very much. Did anyone watch Man City absolutely annihilate Juventus? I don't know what's happened to Italian clubs. Inter getting torn apart by Paris Saint-Germain. Juventus, bear in mind that I know he didn't start, but Keanu Yildiz looked so good in their last match. He came on, I think he had a couple of moments, but they put 5 past Juventus in the World Club Cup. They're through to the next round. The other big news from Arsenal, of course, is that we are apparently vying with Tottenham for Eberechi Eze. And I think most of you seem to be quite happy with that. But I'm not sure where we'd play him. I think that's a problem, isn't it? Mob, the gap's too big. Yeehaw, the gap's too big. Don't know. Christos Steriglou is the dad in Stathlets Flats. I really like his sister. Is brilliant in What We Do in the Shadows. But I didn't really rate that show, Stathlets Flats. It's a bit too silly, isn't it? That was the wrong show, Dan. Gordon was on Live and Kicking. Ooh, I know. I wasn't genuinely saying that Philip Schofield said it's a puppy. Yeah, I realised that Bermondsey is like a different country, by the way. Bermondsey is. I lived in Bermondsey, mate. Honest to God, if you're from North London, Bermondsey's a tiny bit frightening, isn't it? It is a tiny bit frightening. First time I was in a pub in Tower Bridge Road, and some guy came with a duffel bag and, do you want to buy DVD? I was like, no, you're right, mate. I was, do you want to buy a gun? He opened the bag up and he had a gun in there. I was like, no. I got offered loads of stuff. I did buy some stuff off him. What happened to Greece player? Don't know who you mean. Who do you mean? Longer questions. Squirrel. Inter beat River in the very feisty. Didn't see that one. I would have liked to have seen that one. Been disappointed with the games I have watched, to be honest with you. Nothing's really caught the imagine, but then it's early stages. Real Madrid, Salzburg tonight at 2. Can't be staying up for that. That's just too much, isn't it? You can't be staying up till 2 in the morning to watch Salzburg get absolutely. Or will they get battered? More importantly, for us lot, will Rodrygo play tonight? Oh, good stuff here. Mob, this is brilliant. I'm really glad you brought this up. Where do you think Garnacho ends up? To see him wearing the Rashford Villa shirt. There's never been a player who wants out of a club more than him, has there? I mean, what's he going to do in this? I hope he doesn't. I hope no one comes in for him and he's got to do increasingly bad things. He'll turn up in the City shirt. Make plane crash jokes. I don't know, man. What else is Garnacho going to do? God, he really doesn't want to be there. He is as ugly as sin. Lone Star, he's as ugly as what? Lone Star, give me some wisdom. What do you say? Ugly as a left wing for Arsenal. I don't see it, man. He's not really a left winger. It was what you rambling on about now, Squire. Hello, Gary from Don't Waste a Trip. My comrade in arms. Thank God you're here a bit earlier this time. I really enjoyed Tuesday night, but I paid for it the next day. I had a really good day at work, actually. But you don't really just want... You look at your clock and it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It must be nearly home time. But no, hope you're well. A lot of Woodies still... Moss is here! Yeah, you know what? I loved your comment earlier on. I think we are very much of one mind that Nordgaard is a good player. I don't think anyone's expecting him to be a first choice. But great to see Moss. Which random Canadian type football thing's going on now? We're not in for Karetas. That's the Greek player. That's the one. Karetas. Yeah, what happened to that? It was a big story and it disappeared. The Greek Messi. Zaidi, great to see you. Does Arsenal need a new defender? Yes, we need Gerald Hato. I hate to say it, but I don't know why we're linked with so many defenders. I think they're just trying to whine. I think Andrea Berta's having a laugh. He goes, let's see if Lee Judges grow hair just to tear it out if I buy a centre-back and another left-back and another goalkeeper. What's happening to Fabio Vieira? Does anyone know? Yeah, Christian Mosquera, brilliant, wanted this young centre-back. Okay, cool. Like I said earlier, I really don't know very much about him at all. So I'm going to have to do some research. But as it stands, I have no fixed opinion on this kid whatsoever. But also, a bit weird, isn't it? Like that we are focusing on centre-backs. Gerald Hato could play at centre-back. As it stands, haven't we got enough centre-backs? I mean, Calafiori can play at left centre-back. Kivior can play at left centre-back. Gabriel play at left centre-back. Saliba, Ben White. I don't know. I know I'm missing one as well. Declan Rice could play at centre-back. But who's the other one I'm missing? Oh, Durian Timber can play at centre-back. We've got centre-backs. Maybe one more wouldn't hurt. City, Hammer, Juve. Yes, they did. I watched that. Won a bit of money. I'm staying up watching it long. Are you going to watch Salzburg? Are you cheering for Salzburg? I just don't think I can do it. I can't. I have an early start tomorrow, and if I turn up for work, what do you reckon? Should we do a watch along, and I'll just finish the bottle of Courvoisier and go into work on Friday and go, I have a problem. I can't be asked with work today. Not doing it. Got a family to feed. Right, I'm calling it good night, Rosie. Thanks for being here while you were. I know you're not feeling 100%, and it is always brilliant to see you. Please thank Rosie for being the best. Hello, Fresh Drip Art says Gary Alba was wearing it wasn't Alba that was wearing it. It was Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao was wearing a Thierry Henry shirt. Make it out what you will. It is a little bit like they were talking about this last night. You know, Fabrizio Romano's team posted that Benjamin Šeško had signed up to the Arsenal Instagram page. And, you know, does this mean anything? And on one hand, you think, oh, come on, we're grown-ups. Do we have to be scouting around to see who's... This is a bit silly now, isn't it? Just wait till they're holding the shirt up. Nothing good can come from not waiting till the shirt is being held up. And yet we do this. We have these transfer shows. But if you are a professional footballer and you have an agent and you know how the game is played, you know that if you suddenly wear a Thierry Henry shirt, people are going to draw conclusions from that. If you suddenly start liking the Arsenal page, people are going to draw conclusions from that. And yet, that's what's happening. Garnacho wants Champions League football. I can see him going to Spain. I really liked him. I don't know why Ruben Amorim was supposed to him. The season before, the sort of where it looked bad at Man United, but wasn't as bad as last season. I thought Garnacho was a breath of fresh air. He was one of their good players. They've got decent players in there. They've got to be selling somebody. Chelsea, Garnacho, interesting. I could see that. They always sign a winger or two, don't they? Jadon Sancho, they didn't exercise the option to buy him. United, where players go to die. Rash, Sancho, Lang. I tell you what, it is a curse, isn't it? Ugarte, I really like. I know he isn't quite tier 1 level player, but he's gone to shit at United. Anthony left United, did really well. Elanga left United, did really well. Sancho left United in 2 different clubs and did well. Rashford left United, did really well. Rasmus Højlund, I think, is one of the laziest bits of football. Let me know what you think on this, by the way, guys. I respect your opinions, but the kind of lazy football opinion where they go, yeah, Rasmus Højlund's the worst striker in the Premier League. I don't think so. I think he's just struggling under the pressure and he's not fit into that side, and that's a shit Man United side. I think you put Rasmus Højlund in a squad, maybe not as their first choice striker, but they signed him from Atalanta. He'd only ever scored 9 goals in his professional career at Serie A. I went Courvoisier as well that night. Courvoisier. Chris Nix is here. Hello, darlings. Hello, darlings. How are you? It wasn't Alba wearing an Arsenal shirt. It was Rafael Leao. I just said that. Surely I just said that. Sorry, I've jumped ahead and read your comment out of turn. Garnacho Villa could be on the cards. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Big up DWTT. Indeed, life is too short to dance with ugly cowboys. Oh, I don't know. Mobos, look, stop stressing. Whatever will be, will be. I fully expect us to get things right because they've done so far. Chill your beans, boy. Good advice. Mob, like, you can agree that. Like, I tell you what, I'll do you a deal. If it's the 26th of July and we still haven't signed good players, I will have an emergency meeting, a proper rant, and you can tell me what to say, and we'll both be furious at that point. But for now, just chilling it. Like, we're bringing it. Don't worry, bruv. Super nice out. Almost 5 p.m. birthday. Maybe no stream tonight. Is it your birthday? No. NHL draft tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday Gold Cup. Is it your birthday? Sasky, don't keep me hanging on this one. If it is, obviously massive happy birthday to you. Nathan, I will chill when I see that title. Don't wait to see a title before you chill. You'll have a coronary. I don't know if we are going to win a title. No one's promising it. Vieira is staying with us as it stands. No plans for him to leave. Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant. He's not staying. I'll do a deal. He's not staying. Timber! Mob Bows, you watch, listen, wouldn't fake, skinny arm goodness too much, it seems. Wait, slow down. Saliba might leave next year. Stop being daft. Jordan Hyman's here, never walking alone. Oh, lovely to see you. Is it your birthday? Mosquera, right back, centre back, right centre back. Valencia revived the Liga season because his lad he played and lost to England under 21s the other day. Yeah, that was a surprise to me. The England under 21s, Lee Carsley, exactly what you want from manager. Brings players on it. I mean, Ethan Wanyeri's been disappointing. Is it funny? It doesn't seem like 2 years ago that Emile Smith-Rowe was winning the under 21s from a similar sort of squad position to Wanyeri. Did start a couple of games, was good. I think Emile Smith-Rowe was better. Happy birthday, Moss. So Jordan knows it's your birthday. If it's your birthday, man, happy bloody birthday. 21 again. Yes, Dan, Salzburg all the way. Plus, I want to see if Rodrygo plays. Exactly the reason I would step and do it. Fresh trip. I just can't do it, man. 4 o'clock in the morning, got to be up at... No, I can't do it. I watch a mixture. I'm watching it, but I don't need to be up. I wouldn't be bothered otherwise. The games are slow because the pitches are crap and it's flipping hot. So I don't like it. And it's what the World Cup's going to look like next year, isn't it? I don't know. I know you can't always have the World Cup in temperate climates like Europe, but it is better. You know, Italia 90, France 98. These were good World Cups. Saudi's going to be ridiculous. I don't want another November World Cup. Night, Rosie. Take care. God bless. Get well soon. Mascara's replacement for Saliba in the near future. I hope not. You're starting to harsh my buzz a little bit. Saskia Guna said, I'm happy with Mascara and Eze, just not Nordgaard. Yeah, but it's like, do you know what, Mob? I level with you. I don't think any of us are happy with Nordgaard. I just don't think you can have a squad full of Galacticos. You know, would I rather a player than Nordgaard? Yeah, there's lots of players I'd rather bring in. I'm surprised we didn't, but we do need a slightly older head, and we do need a tougher guy in the midfield. I thought Jorginho wasn't quite scrappy enough. Thomas Partey's not quite. I think with Christian Nordgaard, if it all kicks off, he'll do a Ben White and steam in. And I think Man City always have those kind of niggly players. I want one. I don't think it's bad business. I think, you know, when you look at the players that Man City have brought into that position and it hasn't worked and they've spent nearly 300 million, I think this is could work. 9 million, can't complain. Can't be too upset. Let me put it to you another way, Mob. Let me know if you agree or disagree. If we'd signed Rodrygo, Gyökeres or Šeško, let's say if you prefer Gyökeres, we signed Rodrygo, Gyökeres, Eze, Hato, Kepa Balaga, and then we signed Nordgaard, you'd be all right with it, wouldn't you? Isn't it just that we haven't done enough exciting business and all we seem to do is, I mean, it is stupid to be signing Nordgaard before you've got Zubamendi wearing the shirt, at least, I think. But go on, Rosie Legend, get well soon. You're going to feel like oh no, I'm not reading that. Coming over the next fortnight. So, yeah, we don't know. You can't say that someone's going to feel stupid when big signings come in because we don't know they're coming in. Waited all January for one. Arsenal and clearly in his heart. Shame it ended the way it did on the podcast. He said he regrets it. Who are we talking about now? On a podcast, he said Arsenal clearly in his heart. Who? Who are we talking about? Sorry, I've lost track of what you're talking about. God actually said he wants to stay in England, as mentioned, where good young players go to die. Man United play shit football, which affects Hoyland. I wouldn't want him at my club. I wouldn't. No, yeah, you're right. Box, I wouldn't either. I only really got to know him because we were linked with him before. We were linked with him for about 35 to 40 million, and I was like, no, not taking a risk on this kid. I think he'd be good in a bit, but like for us, you can't just bring in these young players. You have to have. We're in the same position. We can't just bring him in and make him our actual number 9. Even I did well when I left Manchester. Wasn't getting robbed anymore. I've only been for the football. Rashford's probably not getting the service, and the confidence went. Look at Wood at Forest, got service and scored goals. Yeah, one good season though. 51 as well. Yay! Join the 5-1s. Way happy birthday, mate, to you, boss. Well done. 51 orbits. Bloody good. He's 30 years older than Mosquera. I know. Don't even start. Who was I looking at? That I think it is Christian Nordgaard. Is 31, isn't he? It's at 94. He was born, and I was like, this is a player who wasn't born when we won the Cup Winners' Cup. Netherlands under-19s won the Euros. I didn't watch it. Vieira will only make up the numbers if he stays, but I feel he'll leave. I hope he leaves. Canada will win the World Cup. Canada World Cup will be brilliant. Yes, yeah, exactly. Don't need to go to USA. Mexico and Canada are more friendly. Absolutely. Never been to Canada. My sister lived out there for a year and a half. Hoyland, 64 million, 14 goals in 64 games. All hat and no cowboy. All flap and no takeoff. Look, a team is made up of soldiers and artists. That's the way you say it. Lone Star London, a cowboy philosopher. Absolutely. Not everybody is the marquee signing that you turn up to the stadium to welcome in. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Save water, drink beer. Lone Star, I knew it was low. Didn't know it was that low. We need experience around the young heads. 100% fresh drip. Very well said. Aubameyang. Oh, yeah. No, I loved the interview he did on The Athletic. I'm late in the pub. Sorry, peeps. Right, rounds on call. Get a drink in. You're a star. Good to have you here. 20 years older than Nordgaard. Yeah, man. We both are. Dan will fill you in. We've been doing some talking about the amazing Christian Nordgaard. Everybody's so happy about it. How do you feel about it, Cole? You bothered? I know he's not the signing we all wanted. Like, no one's gone into this transfer window going, oh, Nordgaard. But I think it's a good signing. I think he had a season equivalent to Thomas Partey last season. I think he's an upgrade on Jorginho. And I think, as Lone Star Londoner put it, God, if I can find it. I'm trying to quote you, and I don't want to get it wrong. I'm going to put a pin in it. The team is made up of soldiers and artists. Be a shit team if it literally was made up of soldiers and artists, wouldn't it? You shoot them, we'll paint them. Wait a minute. I'm off to bed now. Raise. Oh dear. You're so sensible. What time you got to be up? I'm off to bed now. Have a good show. Been fun. See you on the next show for a round of Scrumpy. Please, would you all join me in thanking Anthony, Earth Vader, Wee Ears, Herbert for being here. Shrimp Scrumpy. That sounds absolutely wrong. Scrumpy is a delicious drink. Yes, don't have shrimp in it. So, Cole, you've taken over the shift for our resident Earth Vader, hero of the hour. We've got new subscribers. Thank you so much. Please don't change, Dan. What the fuck was that? Almost as good as this Sheshko. What was I doing in the Scottish accent? No, Sheshko. What was that? What have I done now? Scottish accent. Will a spliff be okay? Oh, mate, yeah, do it. Get on that. get on that. Oh, I'd love that. 2 o'clock in the morning, watch Salzburg, Real Madrid. Just tell my boss tomorrow. Do you know what? Work's boring. Have that. I stayed up smoking weed and watch it. I can't wait till the boys are old enough and I'm retired and I can just sit around in my pants watching football and doing podcasts. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Mind you, Rosie's put £1.99 to my retirement fund. It's closer by the day, people. Closer by the day. Isn't it? Oh, God. I know I'm saying it. I must be saying it wrong. Is it really? Nordgaard. I love it. Oh, another player I can't pronounce. I used to be good at this. Nordgaard. He ain't going to play anyway. Man, it is just, you know what? It is lovely. It is lovely. I had such a good time on Tuesday night, and I was looking at the clock, and I got to bed. I got to sleep about 4 o'clock. Just thought, it was what I wanted to do. Another name DWTT will butcher. Well, I'm doing my bit on that one. Nordgaard. He said Gary actually says Udegord correctly. He's been listening to Sam. I haven't got a clue where Sam is, and he's left me adrift. He just left me hanging with no pronunciation. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Sorry, I'm looking at two different things. Other news. There is no other news. Arsenal and Tottenham compete to sign Eberechi Eze. Spurs place 60 million price tag on Cristiano Ronaldo. Have they really? I'm just reading this. Sorry, I haven't read it earlier. That would be planning. That would be homework. Spurs have put a 60 million price tag on Christian Romero, and Napoli and Juventus are looking at Jadon Sancho. It would surprise me. Napoli would surprise me. Arsenal will take on North London rivals Tottenham for the signing of Crystal Palace. And I mean, to be fair, I can't see how Tottenham beat us to Eberechi Eze. First of all, he did start at Arsenal. Little known fact, but true nonetheless. DWT says body Odegaard. It's just wrong. Yeah. Mate. Dan, if you was here, you could chill with me, brother. The vibe is always flowing in the fresh house, though. Love it. Definitely. That's the dream, isn't it? Just 2 o'clock in the morning. The dream is take us a tournament off. This World Cup next year, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to work. That's not happening. I am taking the month of June and early July off. You can join me here. My oldest will be at university by then. My second oldest will be like, come on. We can have that conversation now, can't we? That's not actually incense that you're smelling. That's the magic cigarette that stops me from being quite as grumpy about things. Who are your dark horses this season and hugely overachieve? I am actually doing, listen, Galvo's great question, one that I'm devoting an enormous amount of time to. I have a feeling, the difficulty I'm having in predictions is, and it's why I did watch Man City take on Juventus. In theory, they have deeply strengthened their squad. Turkey, there are Nuri. There are some good players in there. Marmoush. God, I wish Rosie was still here. She loves it when we say Marmoushka. Aye. Something tells me that Man City are going to flop. They're not going to quite get it right. That the mood's not quite right there. There's some problems in that team. Jack Grealish. He's not the only one either. Bernardo Silva is going to be knackered and injured. Rodri's back though. I don't know. Where do we see Man City finishing? For me, based on squad's experience, everything tells me Man City look like favourites this season. Liverpool, of course, have hugely strengthened on last season. The season that, after all, was ultimately hugely successful for them. I cannot decide. I think it's a bit of a stretch. I don't think we're going to win the league next season. So I'm really I'm hoping, like the Adams, I'll stay positive all the way through. There's going to be very little ranting and raving about it. But if at the end of next season, I think there's some massive changes coming, we'll just suffer those changes and hopefully they do take us to the next level. I lived through very few managerial changes. Don Howe, Terry Neal, not in that order, obviously. Terry Neal, Don Howe, Bruce Rioch, George Graham, Arsene Wenger, and Unai Emery. So I don't really know what it's going to feel like at the end of next season if Arteta has to go. And also, I have a horrible feeling wherever he goes, he'll probably be quite successful. It was a really great question. Dark horses, for me, I haven't gotten far enough into it. I don't think Newcastle. I don't think Villa. Maybe we'll see Bournemouth kick on. Iraola's a great manager. Bit of stability there. I don't think Nottingham Forest will do as well. And I think Brighton could, fingers crossed, Brighton do well. Palace could kick on. But if they lose all their players, I don't know. Who is your dark horses? Let's find out here. It is a very good question, by the way. The window has brought Arteta, ironically. The window he bought Arteta, ironically. Oh, I see what you mean. This transfer window feels like a Wenger window. Yeah, no. We don't know yet. It does. I mean, look, nobody should be so upset until I've already said it. Look, mob, I've promised you, and I am as good as my word. If it's the 26th of July and we haven't bought anyone, I will lose my shit. Great question. The window bought Arteta, ironically. Mbeumo deal done. How much? Don't care. Don't want. Like, I don't want Mbeumo. I never did. Yeah, I mean, they're having a tough time, aren't they? They really are, because, I mean, losing a manager like Thomas Frank, who I don't think he's going to be a huge success at Tottenham, because the place is cursed. Still working on the Bond parody Tottenham film. That will be out in the coming weeks. That's a big one for me. I will be doing a premiere on one of these shows. Leeds. Oh, Mr. Tom, I love that. I don't think so, though. I think it's up and down again, isn't it? But hopefully they stay up this year. I'd like to see Leeds stay up, if for no other reason than Mr. Tom. Get his opinion on it. That's why we need right guard. We've got all the other guards. All right, better transfer news and now Henry reads tweets, lol. Henry reads tweets. Did you come up with that? I like him, but what is his... He looks like a hostage in every one. Henry talks, but he just... I don't know. I mean, it's just Tottenham does it to you. I don't know. Why are so many miserable people out there? But that is tickled me. That's getting a star. Henry reads tweets. It's true, isn't it? It's always... It's not clickbait because he does read it out, but he's always talking about Arsenal as well. Black Cats could be sneaky and Forest would be good again. I don't think they will. And I definitely don't think... I think Sunderland are probably going down the bottom of all of them. Got to see all the signings first. Exactly. There's so many variables, but from the ones I've studied so far, we obviously need to know who's coming in. But I just find it really hard to see us getting past City. If there is one thing that's making me question that, it's Pep Guardiola's savage kind of mental breakdown, mid-throes of a mental breakdown. This having to play the World Club Cup, not having a rest. Bernardo Silva today looked absolutely spent. There's reasons. Forest won't be easy with Europe. That's how I feel. I think it's going to be really tough for them because they have to balance those two formats. I can see Berta's pulling out the two big signings we want. Lots of work going on in the background. Šeško, Gyökeres plus a left winger. I would love to see Rodrygo and Šeško to complement Zubimendi, Nordgaard, Gerald Hatto. It's gone a bit quiet on that. I'm a bit worried. I was really excited about that one. Maybe Nebariche Eze as well. But do we think that Eze is just a backup in case we don't get Rodrygo? Rafael Leao did have a Thierry Henry shirt on 2 days ago. They've lost KDB, but they have brought in Turkey. They do have Marmoush. I know he's not like for like. But honestly, Man City, when you look at them tonight, you'd be wrong not to be at all worried, wouldn't you? You'd be... It's not reasonable to not be at all worried about Manchester City. I don't really think Doku's the one, but Phil Foden could have a good season. I don't think Savinho's the one, but Nouri, I've always thought he was a good player. Today, they looked like a different team to me because they had Rodri back for 60 minutes. Rangers, I like the look of. So I don't necessarily think that man for man they're better than us at this point. But in terms of squad depth, Manchester City, I mean, when I look at the bench, you know, Gvardiol on the bench, Foden on the bench, Cherky on the bench, Oscar Bobb's back from injury. Of course, Kusanov could still be a great player. John Stones, Raish. Squad depth is there. I know that Pep Guardiola has been doing a lot of chatting about how he wants a smaller team. But they worry me. They do worry me. City look good today. They'll be ready. We need to be on it. 100% agree with that. Rangers, Marmoush, Malloy, Nouri, Cherky, Rodri back. Yikes. Yeah, that's how I feel. Doku and Savinho were... Doku looked good. Like, he's all over the pitch, only he's left, right. I wonder if we're going to see a slightly different style of play. I honestly don't rate, and I'm not just saying this because he's bellend, but I honestly just don't rate Erling Haaland. I think if anything, he gets in the way there for them a little bit. Pretty, isn't he? So Marmoush looks... I mean, Marmoush, if he plays like he did Germany, it's going to be tough. No room for Grealish. Spent loads on him. Yeah. Don't get any shit for that either, do they? That he's a massive flop. I suppose it's because they won stuff. Rodri, in my opinion, is the best midfielder in the world. With him back there chasing title, could not agree more. Chris, he's a Ballon d'Or winner, mate. He is. Lone Star knows horses. Brighton, always great signings. Like selling at the moment. Pedro is going, I think. Matoma has gone quiet on. Palace went Jetsy. They jinxed now with the New York Jets owner. How's that all going? I mean, it's still up in the air, isn't it? My dark horse is Wolves. Oof. Really? I don't see that at all. But good shout. I'll put a pin in it. I'll write down that you said that, and you can brag that up when that happens. You don't mean to win league, though. You mean like to just be in and amongst it, like the Forest were last season. We're short because we lack a personnel, not the manager. Everyone who's not a rabid egomaniac knows that. I'd rather ride on a Mustang than in one. I don't think any team can say they'll beat anyone, as anything can happen these days. Oh, yeah, come on. Fresh drink. Well, we know that, but you do. That is the fun of the game. Predicting is still the fun of the game. And I'm a sports bettor, so I have to have a punt, don't I? Brighton will do well, arguably scrape top 20 teams in Europe. Think they're officially ranked now, actually. They're not in Europe, though, are they? But they're not in Europe, unless Crystal Palace lose their spot. Brighton's player recruitment and acquisitions is outstanding. Typically is, but they do buy a lot of players. Goes wrong a lot. It's mad how badly Ferguson's dropped off for them. Fabio teabag back in Porto after he played and they got knocked out of Club World Cup. Brighton always signing players I wanted. Really? Who's the last one they signed that you wanted? Lone Star, they run the club brilliantly, mate. Yes, they do. Who is... oh, God, I can't remember who he's signed now. They've Tony Bloom's just invested $9 million in the team as well. I can't remember which one it is now. Can Tottenham and Manchester divided get in the top 10? Nope. No. Well, Thomas Frank, if anyone can. No. Top 10, yeah, probably. And we've got the players. They have got players. A team full of stars don't always pay off, especially when... Did I just say especially? Sorry, especially. A team full of stars don't always pay off, especially when coming into the Premier League. Many top players fail here. Very good. Very good point. I like it. Like it very much. My old man's a Man United fan, born in Stepney in the 40s. Go figure. He was telling me the entire youth setup at United play 4 at the back. Still, long way back for them. I mean, you do have to be looking at a total... I mean, you might as well just burn Old Trafford down, see if we can get some insurance money for it. You know, seriously, I don't know what you do if you. It's a project too far, and I don't think Sir Jim Radcliffe's the man to do it. Ineos, Wolves, dark horses, him doing better than people assume. Yeah, that's a really good. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked at them yet, though, to be honest with you. And again, you know, just as a caveat to all of this, you have to wait until the transfer window is finished before you. I don't do any. To be honest with you, last season I made a decision not to do any league predictions until December, and then I was right within 1 point. Cole, when I read the first few words of your comment, I thought you were singing My Old Man's. Yeah. No, they aren't in Europe, but they should be really definitely good enough. Yep, I'll make you right on that one. And they might yet be if Crystal Palace don't. I can't listen. You know, I'm married into a Brighton family. I love Brighton. I think they're a great club, brilliantly run club. I think I second everything you guys have already said about it. I'd love to see them in Europe, but I don't want it to be at the expense of Crystal Palace. You know, like Crystal Palace last time they could have qualified for Europe. Last time they did qualify for Europe, didn't because because British clubs were banned, English clubs were banned in Europe. So the idea of them missing out again is just heartbreaking for me. I reckon Villa will win the Europa League. Good shout. Good shout. God, I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely one of the best teams in it. Definitely one of the best teams in it. I mean, there's going to be some shit team. Bodo Glimt make the final this time around. Everton for me. What if Mikel wins? No, what's Noib? What if Mikel wins? Not on your. What is that? Noib. Dan, what if Mikel wins Noib? I don't know what that means. Please tell me what that means. Cunha carried them last season and he's gone. We got a lucky escape. Red Eye Gooner, if you're watching this on repeat, I think we swerved. I think we were lucky to swerve. And you went very quiet about that. I know you're a bit peed off with the club at the moment. Hopefully we can sign some players and get you back in on form. I missed out by 4 points. Yeah. Favourite Arsenal player ever? Let's hear it, guys. It's probably, like, in terms of football, Dennis Bergkamp. In terms of charisma, Ian Wright. There's so many. Right. Sorry. Okay. So, and Spurs win the Champions League, I know, for about an hour. Palace will win in Europe. Lyon get relegated. Will be in Europe. Lyon got relegated. But that doesn't mean they're not in Europe. As far as I understand it, Lyon are still playing in Europe, but they've just been relegated. For me, Dennis Bergkamp, number 10. Right. Dan, what if Mikel wins nothing? You turn into Ligue 1? No, I'll just be sad. I'll be sad. I'll respect that he gave it his best. I appreciate that winning the Premier League is something only 12 men have ever done in the history of the Premier League. And I will thank him for taking us from being a club that couldn't beat Frankfurt at home in front of a half-empty stadium to one that got to the semi-finals of the Champions League. I'll look back on this era, hopefully, as the springboard for another man to come in and do really well. It does happen that way sometimes. You think about Ranieri at Chelsea all those years. Sometimes the guy who brings you to the promised land isn't the one that gets you the silverware. Like Arteta has, for me, done a lot, but at the end of the season, if we haven't won anything, I think we all know it would be, let's put it this way, if Arteta wins nothing this season, I mean, we're saying if Arteta wins nothing, obviously there's a squad and the players, and if we don't win silverware this season, there's something wrong. There is something endemically wrong with players that can't cross the line and finish and win. And you need someone to come in and give them that belief or tactically get them right, or like if Arteta doesn't win something in this season, and I would go so far as to say if what we do win is a League Cup and we're third or fourth, and look, there is a point where as much as you want to believe in someone and give them time and phases, you get to a point where you just say, okay, you've had the time. We can't keep going through this. You can't. Nobody sits in their job interview. League, I mean, Mikel Arteta did not interview with the Cronkies and say, give me 10 years and I'll win the Premier League. They wouldn't have hired him. And so this will be 6, nearly 7 years. I think that's it. If he doesn't win anything, I won't be angry. I'll be sad. I'll be disappointed. And then we all have to put our heads together and figure out who the hell comes in next. I think it's still going to be far too soon for Cesc Fabregas. Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry's made a bid with Daniel Ek. Maybe the next guy that comes in is a Pep Guardiola type. The totally Luis Enrique. Maybe, I don't know. But before then, I at this point don't think we're going to win the Premier League. The Champions League is a cup format, so you can't say we're going to win it or not win it. But I do feel like this is the last season for Mikel Arteta. This is too much, I think in a year's time, if you looked at the entire fan base of the Arsenal right now, you've got the really angry crew. It's growing all the time. And then you've got people who are like, everything's fine. It's all fine. There's nothing wrong. And, no one's really listening to them. And then you've got most of us somewhere in the middle who are losing patience, who are kind of like, you know what? Don't want to finish second again, and God help us if we finish below second, because for a large part of this season you had all the City fans going, we're going to hunt you down, you're not even going to finish second. Then we did, and some teams celebrate that. Obviously we don't. Hopefully that was a good enough answer for you. I loved your question. 10 million Fulham offering for Zinchenko. I think we have to take it, don't we? Dennis Bergkamp, no question. I think Dennis Bergkamp's the favourite. Yeah, Dennis Bergkamp so far is the only one. Close second, Ian Wright. Yeah, close. Oh, favourite. Oh, mate, box fresh. I'm putting a pin in that comment. David Rocastle, for so many reasons, for me, typifies what it is to be Arsenal. Silky skills, a gentleman off the field, a great teammate, a great friend. No one ever has a bad word to say about him. And tough, so tough, and so for the team, and one of us. Everything I love about Arsenal. I honestly, probably the wackiest thing I think is that Bukayo Saka is a reincarnation of David Rocastle, because he was born 6 months after Rocastle died. I said it was a wacky thing to think, but I genuinely see so many similarities in personality. Both, listen, I've said it too many times before, I think. High five, Nathan and Shashki. I've done Shashki. Sorry, Mosh. I started speaking like that now. Vex never go fully gunner. I'll do it for a laugh. I'll do it for a laugh if I have to. I mean, anyone can sit there and just bitch about everything, can't they? It's not good enough. I mean, especially, I do find it difficult to criticise people who can do something I can't do. Bergkamp 1, Wrighty 2, Henry 3, Adams 4, 5, Rocastle. Odegaard, you really put Odegaard in with Rocastle? Don't be silly, mate. He's a long way down that list for me, Martin Odegaard. I like him, but he's not in the same esteemed company as Rocky. How comes you haven't got Saka in ahead of Odegaard? Nah, come on. Moss, I know it's your birthday, but don't be silly. I'd agree with that. Saski, what? You'd agree with Odegaard and Rocastle are similarly equipped? Nah. Oh, yeah, Cole. Swap fight. I can't be doing Brady. That annoys me too much. He won one FA Cup, didn't he? And a Fairs. No, hang on. Yeah. If Mikel Arteta don't win it won't be for the lack of effort. You can tell he lives and breathes it. I think he's a class act, and what a manager the Arsenal should be. Yeah, I agree with that. But it's just modern football, isn't it? Modern football is complain and rant and shout and want everything now and be frustrated and be in a hurry, and it's sad. It is sad. I'm not having listen. Marcel, it's your birthday. I would have to take up Siggy's fags and get skinny cross-dressing arms like Lee Gunner. No thanks, and shake it with wooden spoons. Santi Cazorla, do you see this? He's 40 years old, left us 7 years ago. He's just helped his boyhood team get into La Liga. Santi Cazorla's right up there, for me. He's in the top 10, but he's not in the top 5. I think that top 5, apart from Odegaard, I think that's a really spot on top 5. Oviedo was such a nice story. But now that he's finally done that, is he going to be 41 playing in La Liga, or can he come and be a coach at Arsenal? Because we are a coach down. No one ever cares about that. We are a coach down. I'd love to see, who would you like to see come in and be a coach at Arsenal? Assistant, maybe a new assistant manager? Problem is, as fans, we want trophies, but our owners are happy with top 4. I don't think they're putting pressure on Arteta to go to the next step. I don't think you have to. I don't think anyone wants to win silverware more than Arteta. It's just whether or not he has enough about him to get that out of the players. Can he take them across the line? I mean, that's the question, isn't it? I think if you put even more pressure on Arteta, you wouldn't see any difference. He desperate. I mean, like, his whole reputation, everything about him is on the line. His career, visible and public career, is winning things. And if he doesn't, it's not about pressure at this point. Someone asked me if I believe in spirits. I said, yes, of course. You've not seen Ligue 1. The last time I seen something is wise. That was Casper the Ghost. Cheers, Cole. Moshin from Shashki, Sean Connery. Moshin from Shashki. Sean Connery. Oh, the God. No, come on. Behave yourself. Just before my time, Rocky. What a baller. I understand the importance he's loved in his community too. Oh, Rocky. All I can tell you is that in the George Graham era, we were successful. But the football wasn't great. And in that team, we had David Rocastle, who had to do this. It was very similar. He played out in a position, not quite, because we played a 4-4-2, but he played out in a position where he was expected to defend far too much for my money. There was a lot of pressure put on him, and he fought tooth and nail. The greatest moment of David Rocastle's career, this is the standout moment where Brian Robson and Paul Ince, he takes the ball off him. They both fail to get it off him. And from 40 yards, he chips Peter Schmeichel in the goal. He was different. And when it was a dust up at Old Trafford, he got stuck in. His teammates loved him. We loved him as fans. He was brilliant as a footballer, brilliant as a human being. And I was at the game the Saturday after he passed, and there wasn't a dry eye in the North Main. And we still sing Rocky, Rocky to this day. And that doesn't happen. Rocky Rocastle. Love him. MLS and Nwaneri can get right there too soon enough. Saka, brilliant lads, and Dalman's come. Let's not put too much pressure on Dalman. I'm still not convinced that we should be talking about Dalman. I do like him. I do rate him, but he's 15. Mo, top 5. Behave. Just Martin Odegaard is not top 5. Personal faves, I'll give you that. But you can't be saying that Martin Odegaard. I mean, no, you can't. You just can't. Yeah, Lone Star Londoner, like the days when the sort of Anders Limpar, Mark Overmars, Robert Pires days. Will we see that again? I mean, City have got some wingers. It's this 4-3-3, isn't it? It's a 4-3-3. That's ruining the whole kind of wingers, isn't it? But it'll change again. Football changes all the time. Brady for me is special because I started following Arsenal then, and we were pants, but he was glorious. Yeah, and then he went off to the Juventus. His goal against Tottenham is a special one. I never saw Chippy play because I went in '83. I actually forgot Patrick Vieira is my 5th. Yeah, but Patrick Vieira isn't ahead of Rocastle for me. No, I think it is. I think it's Bergkamp, Wright. Oh mate, it's too hard. Adams, Vieira, goosebumps going to Wembley and hearing 70,000 fans going, Vieira, oh! And when he first came and the song was, he come from Senegal, he rides a bicycle, He plays for Arsenal. Vieira. I think rather sensibly we dropped the he rides a bicycle part of it, but Alexis Sanchez, not for me. No, sir. Oh, Santi Cazorla. Oh, Santi Cazorla. Love him. Absolutely love him. Love Santi. Santi's story is class, taking the lowest wage possible just so he can play. He wasn't allowed to play for free. Just love him, man. Some people just brighten up the world, don't they? I loved Alexis. All my Chileno buddies became Arsenal fans. Man, wish he stayed. So does he. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love Vieira back as coach. I'd love that. Actually, there's a really good shout, Box Fresh. Really good shout. That's why he's one of my favourites. We still sing his name to Seven Nation Army legend. Fucking wish I'd written Seven Nation Army. That's fucking. It is an absolutely classic riff, that one, isn't it? 1-0 to the Arsenal. Graham era. That song rang through. Yeah, 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. You know what though? I loved it. George Graham was my manager. You know, I loved it. He, as I was becoming a teenager, he came in only not too much fanfare. I was 13 when he came in, and by the time he left, I was a young man, and I'd seen my team win the league, which I didn't really think I'd ever see. To be honest with you, we weren't that kind of team. So the League Cup twice, FA Cup. Cup Winners' Cup, everything. Brilliant. Freddie. Oh, Freddie. He's got red hair. We don't care. Nah, do you know what? I love you, Freddie, because you're everywhere. Nah, Freddie's top 10, but he's not top 5. Him and Wright get the statue. Rocastle should have a statue right now. Ian Wright should have a statue right now. There should be more statues. Simple, really. Oh, Rocky. Yes, that goal is always shown incredible. Are you talking about the Chippy Brady against Spurs or the Rocky again? Rocastle dispossesses Brian Robson and Paul Ince and Chip Schmeichel from 40 yards. It was an own goal as well because it came off the crossbar. It did a Jorginho against Martinez. I was looking at that on the Wikipedia page. It was like, Jorginho has scored a Premier League goal for us. And then I remembered, oh, he hasn't. Sometimes it's better to have not scored just to make Martinez look like a chump. No, damn and chat all wrong. Top one is Yaya Sonogo. At least spell Sonogo properly. Carl S. Yep, another one of my favourites. Love Freddie. You forgot Thierry Henry, Dan. Philip Randall, flying visit. Always great to see you, sir. We are literally, you've just joined us as we are discussing who the top 5 Arsenal players of all time are. And I didn't forget Thierry Henry, by the way. I said Dennis Bergkamp, Ian Wright, Thierry Henry, Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira. But then Rocky Rocastle's got to go in there somewhere. You know, it's too hard. Hleb annoyed the shit out of me for leaving. Sorry. I get really pissy with people who leave. Lundberg loved to very much love Freddie. I was there for Man United was his debut game, and he came on wearing in those days we didn't have internet and shit, so we didn't know much about him. I remember seeing Ashley Cole in one of his first games score a free kick, going, "Oh, he's all right, isn't he?" But yeah, when the Freddie Lundberg came on, my mate and I looked at each other and he's taking a piss a bit, wearing a number 8, and he scored and got a yellow card, and we were like, "No, he's all right. He'll be all right." And he bloody was. He's everywhere. He's got red hair, and now he's got no hair. Santi is a cult hero. Santi is one of my favourite players of all time. In terms of pure skill. Lauren, class and tough. Yeah, he was solid. Kolo Touré. I can't hate the fact why don't we get him? He's a coach at Man City. It's disgusting, really. He should be one of ours. Henry, our greatest player ever, but Dennis was special. See, I disagree, Lone Star. I have to disagree. Our best ever footballer, definitely Dennis Bergkamp. 100% Dennis Bergkamp. No question in my mind at all, Dennis Bergkamp. Johan Cruyff said there is no such thing as a perfect footballer, but when I close my eyes, I see Dennis Bergkamp. That'll do me. I mean, tell me that Johan Cruyff doesn't know a thing or two about football. I've won that argument. Gavossier. Ozil over Odegaard. Don't shit me out. He's silly, isn't it? I don't like Mesut Ozil. No, don't like him. He's not in my top 10. But he was a very good footballer. I think you're right, Moss. I think Cesc will be our coach one day. I love Patrick, but he'll never forget that game against Juve at Highbury. The man got cooked the whole game, did not look comfortable being back at Highbury one bit. Yeah. I was always gutted that he left. I was in Vegas when I heard the news, and I just was broken. I was heartbroken. When you just didn't think it was going to happen, and then it did. And I always forgave him for it because he'd done his time at Arsenal. But to find out last year that actually he wanted to stay, but it was a whole Arsene Wenger, not wanting to give people contracts over 30. Arsene Wenger did make some mistakes. That's one of them. Never let your legends go. Hang on to your legends as long as you can. I mean, Ilkay Gundogan's back at City. When Cesc Fabregas, we could have had him back. Arsene Wenger did do some strange things. You look like Simon Cowell. No, I don't. Come on, AJ. There's no need for that. I don't want to bar you. I really like you. I've got time for Cesc as a manager. Great shout. We have to wait and see, don't we? But it's a step up for him, definitely. 8 keeper, 7 defender, Arteta when is here. 8 keeper, 7 defender, Arteta when is here. Aretha when is here. Oh, Bobby Pires, top 10, different gravy. Yeah, totally. Very, very underrated footballer. Hugely underrated footballer, honestly. Bobby Pires, heartbreaking the way he went out as well. Maybe does like striker, mate. I hope so. We need a striker. The news is in now. This is the... I made that. Yeah, we need a striker. We badly need a striker. In case you didn't know, guys, we need a striker. Long start, absolutely. I'd have put him in the top 10. Bobby Pires is in the top 10. He must be, surely. Mark Overmars or Bobby Pires? Bobby Pires. Carl watched a funny video today. Female New Zealand football did the perfect hat-trick of her own goals versus USA. Oh, Philip, lightning visit, but you're an... Thank you. Thank you very much. Massively appreciate it. Keeps the lights on. You're an absolute... Honestly, I have run out of words to say thank you. You're so kind. Nathan says, Hleb, yes, what player should have stayed? Yes, he should have stayed. The fact he didn't, fuck off. Big up. I'm really glad you said that. We did talk about Liam Brady. The problem I have is I went to my first game in 1983. So all I ever heard was Chippy Brady, Chippy Brady, Chippy Brady. And as a young boy, I was like, why are we going on about Chippy Brady? He effed off. He left. He didn't want to be here. But yeah, definitely arguably one of our most cultured ever footballers. Right? Definitely. Big up, Philip. Big up indeed. Massive elevations. Sol Zaguna. Oh, yeah. Why isn't he more popular with fans? Why isn't Sol Campbell more popular with the Arsenal fans? Isn't that weird, though? Never really gets talked about in the top 10 list. He was outstanding. He was an outstanding centre-back. Loved him when he played for us. Never really thought about him since. Freddie ran Dennis through ball, never get sick of it. Mate, absolutely. Great line from Cruyff. Yeah, he had some great lines. Smoking Johan. Oh, mate. What we got to do, what I would love, my dream would be if we could do this in a live setting with a load of sofas, a big screen, just watch endless amounts of Arsenal highlights, and that would be fun, wouldn't it? An actual pub basement. Come on, that's what we need, a real lock-in. Miss Melina, you're still here. Surely the time frame is harder for you now. Are you in Switzerland? I thought you were in Switzerland, having a waffle and a spliff. Cruyff, I know that's Holland. Don't anyone correct me. Cruyff made the basketball. Cruyff made Arteta because Arteta is a product of La Masia. That is a product of Cruyff. Pep Guardiola as a mentor. These are all... Cruyff, for me, is the godfather. I mean, there's two very definite schools, isn't there? You've got the Louis van Gaal approach to football where it's all functional and there are no superstars, and then you have the flair of Cruyff, and I love him. I'm a massive, massive fan of Cruyff. Johan, not Geordie. Massive elevations to Miss Molina. Massive elevations to AJ. Claire Petit. Oh, Petit's another one. Petit, absolutely great player. Again, should never have left. These guys should not have left. Grass is not always greener. Alex Sanchez, who actually wanted 2-night contract. I know. How stupid is he, though? Like, that's unforgivably stupid. When you're phoning your agent going, look, I know I've signed a multi-million-pound contract and I've been here literally 5 minutes, but is it all right to just tear it up and go back? Yeah, okay, Alex, let's do that. You're so smart. It was horrible seeing that Invincible team fall apart. It was. And we built a new stadium and we funded it the wrong way. And there's so much ifs and buts and pots and pans. You know, we watched our team dismantled. That was an outstanding. I never forget for that period where we were invincible, saying to my mates, I don't think we'll ever lose again. Now, Inter wanted Cesc, but Como staying smart, and then Cesc will go big. I hope so, man. 174 goals in 254 games. Henry was just exceptional. He was. He wasn't Dennis Bergkamp. I think if you ask Thierry Henry who the better footballer is, he says Dennis Bergkamp as well. It is a question of opinion. It's a great... I mean, can you imagine being a Hull City fan? You're not having this debate, are you? Who's your best ever player? Don't know. Wish Overmars would have stayed, would have been all-timer too. Went to see the Arsenal and Amsterdam damage. Back then, we sold Overmars to Barca right before. It was so sad. I was really sad. I really liked Mark Overmars. He was outstanding for us. I walked past Charlie George a couple of weeks ago. He's a proper legend. I mean, again, that's before my time, but as a kid, that picture of him lying on the floor like that, having scored the winner against Liverpool, that was iconic. And he's a proper legend because he came off the terraces. He still lives in, isn't he? I've seen him. I didn't stop and get a picture with him, but I probably should have done. I just don't do that. I got the Perry Groves Ball Ginger for Legends tour. He loved me. Arsenal crest tattoo calf. Yeah. And number one is Perry. Can I put... Right, Perry Groves. Top 5 Arsenal players of all time. And number 1 is Perry Groves. And number 2 is Perry Groves. We all live in a Perry Groves world. Can we all just take a moment and appreciate how many great players we've had? There have been some... whether it's Liam Brady, Rocky Rocastle, Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry Henry, Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira, Robert Pires, Freddie Ljungberg, Sol Campbell, Coca-Cola Toure. We haven't even got to Martin Keown, Lee Dixon, David Seaman, Gilberto Silva. I mean, in my lifetime, Ronfordinho, Remy Gard, Christian Nordgaard, John Jensen, Benjamin Šeško have come to full agreement in recent hours to get transfer done in the next few days. AFC looking to announce 5 signings around similar timing. Šeško looks to be done. Does he? I'll take your word for it. Actually, I'm not taking your word for it. I'm looking it up. What the fuck? Don't lie to the people, Dan. Don't tell them what you think they want to hear. I want to hope it's true, but I'm not seeing that. I want to see Rodrygo. I don't mind if it's we are. I think we know we're signing one of Šeško and Gyökeres, and if we get Rodrygo, I don't think it matters really which one we get. So perhaps that's just me though. I don't mind it being just me. Mel, can you confirm Šeško news at all? Yeah, Mel, get on this. Agree fee with Valencia in excess of 50 million for signing of Christian Mosquera. That seems cheap. All parties agreed to deal done in the next few days. Green light from player is given. Player keen on move. Of course he is. Everyone wants to come play for the Arsenal. My mum went to school with Charlie George. She talks about it all the time. Well, you would, wouldn't you? I was once at a house party and the girl's cat, and she went, Charlie George. And I was like, your cat's called Charlie George. He went, yeah. I said, do you know who Charlie George is? He went, of course I fucking do. He's a legend. I was like, haha, you're a bit of me, you are, love. Sol's interview on Stick to Football was eye-opening. He's not charismatic, but he's a winner and a beast. Backs himself all the way. Yeah. Oh, Cole. Yes. Yeah. It was really interesting. And I do think he's a bit of a psychopath. But I think he's the sort of guy we need. Like, he's a winner. God, he backs himself. He didn't give a shit. He left Tottenham to come to us because he was like, I want to win shit. And he did. The double-double. Rinus Michel's taught Cruyff play anywhere to do the business. And he talked about quite heavily, obviously, in connection with Cruyff. Ebery says 68 million release clause could be paid in 3 installments of £20 with 8 million. Team News and Ticks is a very trusted source, right? But even he's going to get one wrong at time to time. I think, do I really think that are we, please, guys, are we actually in for Ebery? Where is he going to play? What's your thoughts and thinking, please? Another name I'd heard was Julian Alvarez. From what I understand, Arsenal looked at the deal and tried to figure out whether it would be within their capabilities. It's not, just isn't. He doesn't want to leave Atletico. He's, of course, an exceptional footballer. Thierry Henry was talking about it, like he's his favourite. Yeah. Henry and Wrighty, yes, have stated Bergkamp. Yeah, everyone who played with Bergkamp said Bergkamp. He was different. He was just special. Henry says the best he played with was Bergkamp and he played with Zidane. There you go. That says it all, doesn't it? How much did Atleti pay for Alvarez? 70-something million, 80 million? I remember the goal Bergkamp scored for Holland against Argentina. It was a carbon classic. It was a carbon copy of the goal he scored against Leicester. He scored, I know the game ended 3-3 because they played 6 minutes of injury time, which was a lot back then. But yeah, he scored all 3 goals in our 3-3 draw at Filbert Street. I think it was Filbert Street back then. And each of those goals, he got top 3 goals in Match of the Day Goal of the Month. It's never happened before or since. His goal against Newcastle, that people still go, did he mean it? Yeah, he meant it. Parlour, Gross, top gingers, absolutely. Love them. O'Leary, no, not for the comments he made as Leeds manager. He's killed his reputation with us. But he's still our record appearances. Everyone says DB10 was the best they played with. Yeah. And Gus Caesar and Andre Santos. Lone Star. Crazy Lehman. Santin Way has now rejected move to Nottingham Forest. The player has no intention to accept the proposal, and negotiations with Juventus for the US men's national team winger accepted to collapse Nottingham Forest. Oh my God, I love crazy ends. Until that bloody final. Lone Star, that goal gives me goosebumps. But that is a carbon copy of the goal he scored against Leicester. That's what was so great about it. He'd done it before. Brings it down, puts it onto the right foot, smashes it. I mean, it was, I suppose, because he did it against Argentina and it was a World Cup quarter-final. But there's been exactly, I'm not reading that number, amazing players at Highbury, only 1,000 at the Emirates. Yeah. Best player of the Emirates era is a different question, isn't it? Players who only played at the Emirates. Santi Cazorla's up there. Of this modern iteration of Arsenal, I think we will always talk about Bukayo Saka. I feel like Miles Lewis-Skelly is on the road to greatness. Which other players playing now do you think have that in them? I hope Odegaard does, but I'm not sure yet. I really think that Ethan Nwaneri looks a bit sad to me at the moment. I hope he hasn't got one of those temperaments that just lets him down. I don't think he has. I've never seen that in him. But certainly Max Dowman, Ethan Nwaneri, Miles Lewis-Skelly of the young crop. Bukayo Saka's already become a bit of a legend. It's just if you don't win anything, isn't it? Gabriel, our wall at the back. If he could hold up the Champions League trophy or the Premier League trophy. If. George Armstrong, 100%. George Armstrong gave everything to Arsenal. Georgie Armstrong, absolutely a hero. Again, before my time, really. Don't forget Jeffers. How could I forget? The fox in the box. Silly me. Loads of Barry Davis commentary is legendary, but the Dutch one is gold, lol. Romford Pele. Mosquera has a 17 million release clause only. I really don't know anything about him. How comes everyone knows this kid? I don't know anything about him. Charlie Nicholas, Alan Smudger Smith. Charlie Nicholas, supposed to be one of the nicest guys. Did you see anyone else seeing a Jerome Anderson interview on AFTV? It was a good interview. I really enjoyed it. I have a bit of a feeling about Jerome Anderson because it was Ian Wright's. It doesn't come out well in Ian Wright's autobiography, that's for sure. Dennis Bergkamp. There's one Dennis Bergkamp. One. Walking along, singing a song, walking in a Bergkamp wonderland. There's only one. Oh, mate. Oh, what I would give to be on the North Bank watching Dennis Bergkamp. That's heaven. That's heaven. David Platt. He's never going to be in the Pantheon, is he? But he was a great play for us. And don't forget, when we signed him, we had Tony Adams, we had Dennis Bergkamp. We had a period there where we had a few England captains all in one team. He was the Picasso of football. I don't know enough about art. Is Picasso, I would say he's a Van Gogh of art because I do like painting. I do love Vincent Van Gogh. And I'm saying it right for a change, eh? Just walking around in a Bergkamp wonderland, exactly. Henri for Arsenal manager in the future? No, I don't think so. I don't think he is a manager. I think he wants to be. I didn't like that on Stick to Football. He was saying, finally I've learned how to manage a team. Nah, I just don't think he's going to be up there. But I do love him, and I don't want it to sound like I'm taking the piss really. 3 Januaries, nobody listened to me to get Julian Alvarez from River Plate. Now, next one, Mastantuono to Real Madrid and Echeverri to... Yes, Echeverri could be great, man. They've got the Brazil captain and the Argentina captain, youngsters, Ration, Echeverri. They've got a great squad. Are we about to see them come good again? Or is Pep Guardiola a spent force? Miss Molina has not heard anything about Sesko, so we can rule that out. You're our team news and ticks, Miss Molina. You're just a better version of that. Bergkamp was majestic, our flying Dutchman, non-flying Dutchman. He makes Harry Potter look like a poor man's wizard. Blessed are the cheesemakers. Lone Star, sun-drenched pitch in Marseille. Kits, everything. Fucking love football. Wonderful. I love that comment. Fucking love football. That's it. Let's not forget that. Let us not forget that. Heard Eze rejected Spurs. Yeah, well, you would, wouldn't you? Come on. It's either Eze or Rodrygo, though, unfortunately. Not both as amazing as that would be. Yeah, that's what I think. I think we've lined up a backup, and I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's get Eze in then, sod it. Viv Anderson. Yeah, I loved him, but no, he's not. Chainsaw Jens. Jens is brilliant, isn't he? The interview where she asked, did you mean to do it, Dennis? Look, he gives her. Paul Davis. Loved Paul Davis. The Glenn Cockrell moment. Yeah. Kappa Medical and Mascara Advanced. Also, Kiv, you're going to Italy. Don't know which team yet, but Mascara is his replacement. I think that's a shame, isn't it? That's a step backwards. Anyone remember that Alex Manninger goalkeeper? Yeah, of course I bloody do. He's from Salzburg. It's funny. When he came to Arsenal in 97, I was going to write to him and go, look, if you need, as a fellow Upper Austrian, if you need someone to show you around London, probably should have done that. Alex Manninger, that 97-98 run-in, he played the last 10 games. It was amazing. Amazing. Manninger. Not at all is that a carbon copy. Go watch the Bergkamp goal against Argentina. It's frighteningly brilliant. It's a carbon copy. Go and do it now. Lone Star London. Go and watch Arsenal. Go and watch. I can't put it on here because I'll get copyright striked. Bergkamp's goal against, it's the same goal. It comes over, he brings it down left foot, moves it to the right foot and drills it into the corner. It's the same goal. Go and look it up. Tell me it's not the same goal. The same side of the goal, same everything. Bergkamp's 3 goals against Leicester. I'm surprised you don't think that. I mean, everyone knows that. I'm fact shaming against Leicester. Here's a carbon copy. I don't know. You just didn't see the goals against Leicester then. 1997. Virtuoso, greatest hat trick ever. I'm watching it now. Madison Odegaard. Madison or Odegaard. Stop it. You do ask some silly questions. I think we're making a move to punt Madrid. So the first goal, I think the goal that actually won goal wasn't that one either. It was the no backlift top shot. Makes it 1-0. He made it 1-0 in the second half. And then here we go, second goal. He lays it off. And then here we go. So good. I'm telling you, go and watch this. I should put a link here. You don't have to. Just put in Dennis Bergkamp, Virtuoso, the greatest hat trick versus Leicester City. All 3 goals were the top 3 goals of match of the day. And he played out of his skin. And it was an important season as well. It wasn't just a season. Gets through. His second goal, bit bobbins. But now we're 2-0 up. I think it was 2-2. He scored the hat-trick goal. Ian Wright off him. Yeah, look, watch the bloody... Brings it down. First touch, second touch. And then, anyway, takes an extra touch from the one for Argentina. You cannot tell me that is not a carbon copy. It's a carbon copy of the goal. The Argentina goal, so underrated on full sprint. Controls one touch, then through defender's legs and buries it almost. I'm telling you, it's a carbon copy. Would you take Kimmich at Arsenal? Yes. If you'd ever watched this channel, you would know that I'm a massive Joshua Kimmich fan, but that's never going to happen now. That ship has sailed, sadly. Says for me, was the best player of the Emirates era. He was amazing for such a young player. Not better than... Yeah, all right. But I would still go Santi Cazorla. On pure talent, Ozil. Do you reckon, Philip? I'm surprised at you. What, in the Emirates era? Nah. Well, maybe on pure talent. No, Santi Cazorla is still on pure talent for me. We sold Jeffers to Charlton. Let that sink in. I know. 7.5 million. We spent as much on Franny Jeffers as we did on Bergkamp. First trip Manga was essential in 98. We wouldn't have won without him. He's sad reminder. Bue comes on as a sub. Played so bad. Arsenal subbed him off in 7 minutes. Yeah, we'll go. Nathan went to a lot last season. Miss Molina, if you get tired this time and you need someone to take your ticket, I'm offering. I'll clean one of the wings of your house, you know. Dutch, so maybe Van Gogh of football with both ears, mind you. Don't need him. Alex Ray, George's nephew, must be good. Cousin. Wasn't it cousin? Didn't the guy pretending to be George Weah's nephew actually play for Southampton? Nathan, nothing like football. I love this game. That's why I'm so hard on Arsenal. I love it when we just celebrate how much we love it, though. I get like when we're frustrated and annoyed, but then just you always have those memories as an Arsenal fan, don't you? Melina knows her stuff. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She's one of the best people to have on as well. I'll just hurry up and get back to Canada so you can come on, or at least come on a show soon. It's been ages, Melina. Ian Wright or Hazard. Shush. Did well, to be fair. Remember, we had 2 Polski young keepers at the time. Yeah. Mad how they've like Arsenal keepers got on to do, but Chesney could have come at the start of last season. Winning means nothing without losing. It's why we watch and follow. Deep, Cole. I love your comment. You smash comments, mate. Shasky, yeah, that's beautiful. Yes. You need to go through the shit to experience the best bits, right? Actually went on to do reasonably well. on a full dead sprint for the Argentina goal, Bergkamp. It's a carbon copy. I think it's very, very, well, at least very similar. Podolski's still playing as well. No, is he? No, Luka Podolski's still playing. He can't. That cannot be true. Don't just think I'll believe anything because I believed when someone said, no, that's not true. No. Mike, you lot could convince me people pay 10 grand a haircut, but Lucas Podolski, I'm looking it up now. I can't wait for this to not be true. I can't wait for it to be true. Is he really still playing football? Fuck off. Holy shit. Oh my goodness gracious. He's 40 as well. And he's playing in Poland. I mean, it's literally never heard of. I think that's Poland, isn't it? Yeah. Gomik Zibrs. Oh, built different, man. Absolutely built different. Dan is spot on about Dennis's goals. Thank you. I mean, who does a spinorama move for a goal like Dennis Bergkamp's amazing Newcastle goal? I know. And I watched it, and immediately you got all of the people going. And then I think it was Ray Parlour or one of them. Thank God for the Arsenal team loved him. And they were saying, do you think he meant to do it? And they were all like, he does it in training. He does. That's what Dennis Bergkamp is. He's that good. He has a picture of the game in his head. And he's Dennis Bergkamp. There's only one Dennis Bergkamp. I know. It's like goals you don't even think about. But it's like Arshavin's 4 against Liverpool. Yeah, that was good. Seeing all 3 goals versus Leicester, but the Argentina goal, first touch over the head from 40 yards, much more difficult. I'll give you that. I am going to agree on that. But the actual finish itself, the you can see the similarity anyway, right? The Bergkamp goal away to Sunderland at their old ground, sexy, no other way to describe it. There's a few. I mean, like have a day off and just watch Dennis Bergkamp goals. You're never going to disappoint you, is it? Watching Dennis and the Invincibles in the flesh would live with me forever. 100%. 100%. Just the things that Dennis did. I just love Dennis Bergkamp. Just love Dennis Bergkamp. Agree, Lansdale, that's what we've been saying. Lord Bentner. He wasn't a terrible footballer, let's be honest. But yeah, Lord Bentner, I want to be the best footballer in the world. Okay then. Alexis Sanchez, Cazorla, and Fabregas best in the Emirates era so far. Zaku is getting there for sure. It's too fucking hot. It's actually, do you know what? I'm turning the fan off. It's not even that hot here. Cazorla, told you. Cult Hero, Podolski, and Santi. Yeah, I cannot believe it. Still playing both. That's mad, isn't it? Is Lucas playing walking foot? No, he's playing. Well, I don't know. I mean, they're in God knows what division they're in, but and I'm pretty sure he's not going to be playing there. Wonder what Bergkamp says about Henry. That's a good shout. I don't actually know. Good things, man. He would only say good things. I mean, I think anyway. Who knows? Who can say? Anelka as well. There's another one. If Anelka had stayed with us, I'm getting Melina in the escort from Northumberland to the loan, mate. Would have loved to see the Nelken on replay together. How would that work, though? You'd have ended up with... You'd have to have changed the formation, wouldn't you? Anyone watching Formula 1 movie this weekend? Can't wait. No. I might do, but no, not this weekend. I'll wait till it's on telly. She'll be fine. So you guys have been absolutely sensational. But we are looking at last orders at the bar. Please, can I have your glasses, please? I've gone on far longer than I expected to, given I've got a very early start tomorrow. But I have to say, bloody enjoy your company, guys. Absolutely smashed it. Really good stuff. I know that some of us are more upset about the Nordgaard than others. Let us say that we all expect to see some big name signings coming in at least in the next couple of weeks. And I will be live, whatever day those happen, I will be live that night. Other than that, I expect to see you all, as many of you as can make it, for Saturday night, same time Saturday. yeah, let's have another really great. Hopefully, you never know. We might have someone in the bag by then who's more exciting to all of us than Christian Nordgaard. But let's get Šeško is a great sentiment. And fresh trip art, I have Bergkamp's books. He said he was always so mesmerized by how Henri played. His explosive movement was something else. It was, wasn't it? Thank you. You are the legends. You are the regulars. I absolutely adore you and can't wait to see you again on Saturday at 10:30. Until then, be lucky and lots of love.